What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? Wow. Damn, I owe you for that one, Chief. That was like damn near 20 minutes.
Wow. We did the whole polite joke. Not
all that. Yeah.
Wow. Hey, yeah.
Yeah, I fucked up on that one. My bad, man. I had to do a whole bunch of shit. I had to bring the laptop downstairs and set up shit down here, man. I fucked up. Apologies to the family, all my good brothers of the feather and my good sisters of the feather. Man, we gotta take a step back then. Hold on. Damn, that hurt.
Hey, because actually, y'all, we had just got to Yvette Carnell. We trolling channels tonight, y'all. The so-called unconscious black community. So we're gonna see what's going on, man. We breaking down Polight's debate with the pastor, and we're gonna go back to that before we get back to. Well, really, we was about to skip Yvette Carnell. I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with y'all because she's already done a review on this movie twice, and I don't want to see this again.
Hold on. And this shit wasn't much better.
You can wait so he can hear you. We need him to hear you, man. We can't be having people getting up like this. This is like disrespect. We gotta have you here. The brother's here with you. While he's here, let me give some shout out. Shout out to Dr. Reggie in the building. I see you in there. George Macon in the building. I ain't see you in a minute.
What was that?
Yeah, you got to turn something off. You got two plans.
Oh, yeah, I know. I wanted to fast forward it.
Right? Now when you missing book, you only need to read one chapter. You only need to read 2 chapters. Yo, where's this kind of logic coming from? This is insane. My question to you. He said, bro. He's he's funny though. My question to you is this, brother. Are you a sinner?
I don't believe in any of that.
Yes or no?
You got 2 minutes to answer, Polight. It's on you. Are you a sinner? That's his question.
To answer if I'm a sinner, my belief of sin, he can elaborate so I can make sure I can address that answer properly. I believe what he's asking me is.
All right, hold on, Polight. Let him ask you. Let him elaborate. Let him give you a little full context of what he's talking about. Go ahead, my brother. Battle Truth is on you.
Right.
He's smart. He's smart. He know exactly what I'm saying.
Okay, so let me answer.
Do you break the law?
What law?
Any law.
I'm sure I'll be breaking laws.
Okay. So he don't need the 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'm sure I break laws. Now what?
Okay. So
I've broken the law before, many occasions.
Okay.
I do my best not to break the law. But hey, shit might happen in this weird system.
Right. So he break the law. Now,
Yeah,
I'm glad he said that.
Great.
Okay, well, I'm glad he said that.
Not to break the law on purpose, but I'm sure I'm breaking law some way or the other because I think differently.
Right. So he basically admitting he's a sinner that break the law. That's what he is. That's what sin.
Yeah,
The sin is the breaking of the law. That's a fact. You smart. You intelligent. Sin is the breaking of the law.
White man's law or God's law? Which law are we talking about? Just so I can be clear.
It don't matter. Period. However you want to put it.
The white man's law and God's law is the same laws. Because if you kept the laws of the Bible, you'd be locked up right now for killing ox on the road in front of everybody.
First of all, again,
is the white man law the same as God's law? Because now I'm getting confused.
Yes, it is to a degree.
Okay.
But here's the point. Here's the point of what I'm saying. You know. No. Let me do my rebuttal, brother. You done? Are you done? Because you can elaborate. You got 2 minutes to elaborate on that thing, so you can go ahead and use it.
I understand, my brother. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I wanted to know which law you was talking about. So now that I know the white man's law and God's law are the same, I know my answer stands the same. That I do break them. I do my best not to break certain laws, but I'll inevitably break them because I don't agree with all of them.
Okay. So again, the sin is the breaking of the law, however he want to put it in intellectual terms or not. So in breaking of the law as a sinner, here's the thing where this is where it gets real deep at. Because in the admitting of the breaking of the law, that definitely means in the breaking of that law, you are held accountable to the breaking of that law, to the one that demands the justice for that law. Now, he going to say a white man, however it is, he don't believe in God. That's okay. But he definitely admitted to breaking law, even though he don't believe in God. So the breaking of God's law, which one you break? God's law or the white man law? Which one is it you break?
I thought it's the same one because the white man made homosexuality legal, and I don't agree with that. But you said the white man's law and God's law is the same thing. So I'm going to break a lot.
Wait. He said the white man made homosexuality legal.
He said he legalized it in several states. Legal homosexual marriages and all. It's still against the law to be polygamous. I'm going to break that law.
But Barack Obama made it constitutional, which was a black man.
What that got to do with anything, bro? I'm just saying.
Because you contributed the credit to it for a white man when it was constitutionally passed by a black man nationwide. Some states may have passed it, but he constitutionalized it for the whole United States.
If a state passed it, they use their constitutional right to do it. So I'm not going to play those semantics. We can accredit it to black men in conformity with the white system. The point of the matter is that law that we're talking about, man's law, let's call it man's law, and God's law. You say they run concurrent. So what I'm saying is, I gave you a case in point. Homosexuality having been legalized, homosexual marriages having been legalized, I don't agree with that law. So I know, and then polygyny is against the law. It's called bigamy. So
is this real? For real? Do y'all remember the video last night? Is this real?
And I was trying to pause that for like a whole minute.
Yo, hey, so we talking about white and black, right? So once again, when they start talking about law and God, and they automatically go to the white man and white God, right? Because remember, you have black. When you have black, you have to have white, right? So you have two so-called black men having a conversation about God, and their ultimate God is white. Do y'all understand the conversation? Now, if Polight God is Dr. York, right? And the so-called white man has him locked down underneath the dirt, right? Um, uh, who's his God? So I could kind of see, like, we watching the psychology of the so-called unconscious community as we speak, like live right now. This is live. This is Polight right now. They done wrote like 800 books in 2 years. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, y'all. Like, this is real. This is what we're talking about. So we got somebody that doesn't even understand the conversation about even being a celebrity. And Kanye even knows that's a, like, what do you say? That's a demotion. You know what I mean? So we got to get this together, man. A lot of too much celebrity worshiping and things of that nature, whatever. But just see a lot of going back and forth. Now the conversation is about the black woman, obviously being God on the polite side, who hustles that side of it or whatever, and he understands balance or whatever. So he understands that it can't be one without the other. And the other guy is pushing basically patriarchism, you know, in the European perspective on everything, right? Because he's coming from the biblical side of things or whatever, and he's giving you their perspective, not an original perspective of even what he believes in or whatever. So he don't understand it, and that's why he's coming from the position he's coming from without any balance. So this is what we're talking about. It's about balance. You can't have one without the other. One can't fertilize the other one, and one doesn't have anything to fertilize it. It's just crazy, yo. So it doesn't make any sense when we talk about balance, and that's what creates life is balance and not just one sided. So these guys are, you know, hustling both sides of it, you know, and pushing, you know, like I said, it's definitely an audience for both sides. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're seeing. However, when we talk about their ultimate God is a white man. And I think that's interesting. And once again, we're saying let's destroy the black white paradigm. Let's take that out of consciousness. The so-called conscious community should be aware of the psychological damage that they're doing by pushing black and white. Y'all understand what I'm saying? And we see it live and direct right now, y'all. So this is trolling, but we trolling with love. Y'all understand what I'm saying? This is absolutely bonkers right now. I wouldn't have seen this because I don't give a fuck about this conversation right here, but this is crazy to me. I don't rather seen some fucking caves or something than see this dumbass shit right here. So, uh, we sorry, but you know we having fun tonight, y'all. We trolling. We had a lot of information today, man. We didn't want to do an information overload. So, peace and love to the tribe, man. Hopefully we can get something out of this, though. But we seeing this live and direct. I don't know how much more we need to say this, y'all, before we go somewhere else. But let's go.
I'm saying it. I'm the type. I'm going to break some of these laws here and there. I don't mean to. I ain't really trying to disturb nobody and bother anybody. That's what I mean by mean to. But I will, from time to time, break some of these laws, especially knowing that God's law runs concurrent with man's law. Because I damn sure don't agree with all of man's laws. So that definitely means I ain't going to agree with all of God's laws. It's logic. Unless you want to.
So, unless I want to what? Because the mic went out.
Unless you want to change his stance on the man's law and God's law be the same.
No, I'm not going to change my stance on it. I'm not going to change my stance on it because I know that God's law is, and I know that as man make law, the influence of law is based upon God's law. But I know they also can implement. Yeah, I also know that they can implement their own part of the law. Like you said, homosexuality. They made that law illegal, even though it's against God's law. So to a degree, like I said, to a certain degree, but for the most part, when law is being established and made, it's being established and made based upon God's law. You get what I'm saying? You just may have different degrees of it. Like if God say thou shalt not murder, then you got murder in the first, murder in the second, murder. You got different degrees of what murder could actually surround. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. But my point of asking you, was you a sinner and do you break the law? Was to see that do you acknowledge yourself as a person who's actually guilty of breaking the law? in the law. What I was talking about was the law of God. I ain't saying you agree with all of them, though.
I got you. And that's the thing. Whether you believe in man's law or God's law, I don't agree with all those laws on both sides.
Right.
I'm not going to say that in totality, I agree with all the laws that man creates, and I don't agree with totality with God's law, because I don't even believe that guy even exists. But for the sake of argument, I will tell you there's some rules in that book that I would agree with. And then there's other things that I don't agree with, like talking donkeys and all that shit. But that's not a law. I understand that. I just wanted to throw that out there for the heck of it. I hope we could discuss that.
Right. Right. Okay, I feel you on that. The miracle part of that.
The miracle of a donkey talking?
Yeah. I mean, you laughing, but it's funny, but everything is a miracle if you think about it, bro. Life is a miracle.
Yeah,
Man, this shit crazy. I got full bars and this shit still skipping like this.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Man, earlier everything was running smooth.
Hey, well, your boy Tariq Nasheed just went live, man. You see that?
Oh man. Thank you, Tariq Nasheed, because this retarded shit is I can't. It's too stupid. It's too stupid. And Polight keep going up against these old odd ass weird idiots, man.
I mean, at the end of the day, man, they just having a conversation. It's gonna be a circle of conversation. The Polight can change the conversation. He knew he couldn't say that shit he said in the beginning about the law stuff, and he had to change it back around. Well, I don't agree with any of them. You do.
Yeah, he does.
Somebody asked me, I'd break the law. I can say, hell no. You know what I'm saying? So now I don't even have to get into a conversation about, well, what law are we talking about? Because whatever you assuming, I'm gonna let you assume whatever you're assuming, but I'm gonna say hell no and keep it at that. That's what that is. So then we can't even have a senator towards this and that. Those are his belief systems. What you guys are pushing is to me from both angles. Like I said, it's more divisiveness, and this distraction. Once again, 2,000 whatever people was watching that. What's us? But we're gonna get something out of it. We're gonna break it down. Hopefully somebody can learn something out of it, as opposed to, maybe not get something out. You know what I mean? Like that's what this is about. Getting something out of what's really going on. The problem is black. You have black, you have to have white. And even in your mind, you listening right now, you have a black-white paradigm. If it's black, it's white. I'm telling you. And if you tell me that in your mind, your black guy is fucking up the white guy, how is it two different things though? How would your guy that's how they work? How's it two different guys? Like it's just the dumbest shit ever. Y'all follow me? Like how do you even put your, the creator in a box like that? Then get confused with Jesus too. So it just gets real weird. You know what I mean? For real, they really do. So so I like I said, it takes a balance, man, and what they're talking about, weirdo shit. Y'all putting his on right now. Oh, he's going in on Harriet flop. I think he's taking credit for the Harriet Tubman flop, y'all. So let's see what he got going on. Hey, everybody, we about to take one first. Hey, at least we, getting y'all like a play for y'all, like, a commercial.
Using funds for personal expenses, business expenses, or equipment without creative intent. That's also a lie. Fundraising for charity or charitable purposes. That's a lie. does not fit into one of Kickstarter's categories. So they can't give a reason.
Oh, he's reading the thing why Kickstarter kicked him off of him raising money for his. I don't know what he's raising money for. Like a new movie or something, y'all?
They
Like,
can't really give a reason. Okay?
Okay.
So they just basically use the I'm white and I say so. That's all they did. All they did was use the I'm white and I say so rule. That's how white supremacy of letting white people crowdfund anything. You never ever hear about white people
Yeah, man. Translation. Yeah, I don't know. Well, you know, you guys, we tried to do it this way right here, but it didn't work out. For whatever reason or whatever. But yeah, you know, I talk about it and, you know, I'm creating this thing again, right? He's created this thing again. Then I never went with him in the first place. I'm just saying, like, you know, and I think this is just about to basically start the FBA, the Foundation of Black Americans. You know what I'm saying? Like basically have a group counter ADOS. Remember the pie in the sky people who don't have any? Like, I mean, this is crazy. Thousands of people. Maybe some people are watching the same thing, you know what I'm saying, at the same time, but thousands of people being distracted in each little second, each chat room. So about a couple of thousand gonna be watching this guy right here talk this dumb shit he talking about. And Kickstarter and stuff like that or whatever. After 5, 6 movies or whatever, you know, he should have made, you know, some things have been able to invest, you know, back into. This, maybe that's something that people should ask at some point. People have given you a Kickstarter. Let's keep it real. I don't know how of the tune, how many millions or whatever, right? So maybe you're planning. You should be on some Tyler Perry shit at this point right now. Have a whole black network. Y'all follow me? Blackity this, blackity that, blickety black, blickety black, right? And my whole thing is, right, like, how is he the only Ivy League dude that's so-called in the black sector working? Who gave what? How is he the only one? Why ain't no more Ivy League people out here? Can anybody please explain that to me? Somebody, anybody, answer that for me. Did anybody answer that for me? Why aren't you going to your rich people, you know, that you went to school with, and seeking you raise money for them? You pushing an agenda for them. Let's just keep it real. I know people be mad, like, because we're gonna keep it real. Like, that's what we're doing. We're trolling, but we're trolling with love. You know what I'm saying? We don't have any loyalty to anybody but the truth and the people, the ancestors. You know what I'm saying? So, this shit is weirdo shit to me. I just keep saying the same dumb shit, right? So he's already said black 8,000 times in the little clip we see so far. Hey, you just play anytime you get ready enough.
something that's really being organized, all of a sudden it's like, oh shit. Well, we don't know about the violations of the rules and that. So that just shows you where Kickstarter is. They've always been funny style. They've always been funny style. So we do have a plan B. So ladies and gentlemen, we went to Indiegogo. Okay. We are on Indiegogo, ladies and gentlemen. So we got to keep the momentum going. See what they tried to do. They tried to kill our momentum. Okay? These are just little white supremacist tactics that they do whenever we start making moves.
There you go.
Without the permission of the dominant society, when we start self-identifying,
dominant
all of that becomes a problem.
I mean that you've been dominated, Tariq.
Kickstarter did get funny about 1804. I had a problem with that.
Dominated, nigga. Fuck
yes, they did. Kickstarter was acting funny. Not only that, when we did the Ism radio show, remember we went around the country and we went
to different voice. Niggas talk about the dominant society.
They were acting funny about that. They eventually let us do it, but right there put a bad taste in my mouth.
Wow, listen to these.
Anytime we want to do something about any black empowerment on Kickstarter, they're real funny about shit. And 1804, they were like, hell,
I live in a dominant society.
A black revolution? No, thank you, Negro.
Oh, goofy.
So we got to watch some of these crowdfunding sites. Indiegogo has been pretty thorough, though. So Kickstarter, it's easier to get. They organize the perks.
They probably cousins. They probably the same guy.
Ability to communicate with the people who make certain perks. They make that easier. That's the only plus for Kickstarter. Okay, but what's that am I doing? But we're gonna go with Indiegogo. Okay, so we got the thing going with Indiegogo. Everything is transferred to Indiegogo. We're at almost 6,000 already for the first day. Okay. So, family, the fact that we are trying to put something together and have a discussion about our own agenda, without them, this has them
Man, what in the hell is Tariq Nasheed talking about?
Nigga, I told y'all, man, this nigga's raising money for nothing. It ain't nothing. Just like we're gonna form our own group, Foundational Black Americans. That's what he's talking about. He needs the money to start a group. What?
Yeah,
to get reparations and all that. So he wants to raise $250,000. Now I don't see nothing wrong with that. I don't. $250,000 ain't no money. However, bro, we've given you enough money. It's over. Let's be real.
Enough off of the damn the hidden crayon box series.
Bro, I'm not giving no nigga, no man that say another man is dominating him. Now we've got Polight saying he's being dominated. The dude he's debating, kittens talking about they being dominated. Then we get over here this nigga that literally come out of his mouth and say the dominant society. What? Nigga. Y'all know how many times he's gonna say dominant society, white supremacy? Now, and trust me, this nigga knows not to say white supremacy. He understands the cycle. He's Ivy League. He's from the Ivy League. Because somebody explained to me. He's from the Ivy League, so he understands psychology. He's at least taking psychology 101. He understands word association. When he say white, black, he understands.
He went to Yale, didn't he?
I've never, ever, listened to me. This is why this nigga's a fuck nigga, because he's never, ever, 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 in all his movies, ever, never, ever said black supremacy. Fuck out of here. You the fuckest nigga ever, and I don't give a fuck what nobody say. And I say it to any nigga's face, how they want it, however. That's how I feel about it, bro. You can say white supremacy 18,000 times in this live stream, motherfucker, and you've never said black supremacy ever, motherfucker, ever. You say dominant society, you've said it so much that it's already the connotation that the recessive society, in science, whatever, check, culture, whatever, right, motherfucker. You the weeniest nigga. You niggas is agents. Fuck off. All y'all. That's why we trolling y'all, man. We really don't give a fuck. And that's why you niggas can't. That's why nothing's never gonna happen. No matter what group you put together, you're never gonna do anything because you're never supposed to do anything. You're supposed to. You niggas is the new pastors to take the energy and take it and throw it away. Like planting your seed and nothing. or being dominated into an unfertile ass nigga. Fuck out of here, man. Niggas tell you what they are when they say it out their fucking mouth. And bro, we on this motherfucker all the time, hours. We ain't never been on this bitch like, oh, come dominate us. This shit is God damn, bro. You can't even come on this platform talking about being dominated, motherfucker. We don't even fuck. The sisters over here don't even talk like that. That's why most men can't even handle it because they don't even want to be fucking dominated. You kitten ass, especially by no fucking kitten. Oh my God, I can't believe this. $6,000 in the first day. What? For what? I'll wait. It's the worst shit ever, bro. Like
Yeah, this shit was a joke, man.
It's
I call Hidden Colors Hidden Crayon Box too now.
Yo, nigga, I've been boycotting all that. Everybody, we've already went through all that. Why? Niggas like, I heard my 5 was dope. Why? It's the same as the first 4. What you talking about? Just different rappers. And shit crazy. Then you got more fear mongering at the end. You know what I'm saying? This shit crazy, y'all. Oh, shout out to Chief X. Chief X is over there talking about the same situation over on Leonard Honors channel, right? Shout out to him.
Oh shit, hold on.
And I agree with Chief X about some of the stuff he talk about. Like he's misguided on some other stuff. And I told him I debated for Chief. You know what I'm saying? But he don't want that smoke. Like I just noticed like they at the end of the day, nigga, we putting some stakes on this bitch. You can get off the internet, nigga, get off YouTube, get off, take that name off, whatever y'all want. We just doing some high stakes around this bitch.
Look, hey, Chief, if you ever got him on.
Huh?
If you ever got Chief X on, he'll be like, "You cannot have Lotus on."
Another one, yeah. Maybe no, I can't do him like that. Yo, that shit being dominated is the voice.
He says
he wants to be dominated. Sorry, I don't even want to hear this dominated nigga no more. This shit crazy. You niggas suck. That shit crazy. I want to be dominated every day. Every day, y'all want to be dominated. That's why I'm talking to women over there just because they like to be dominated too. This nigga is a dominatrix. You a dominated ass nigga.
He's dominated by white supremacy.
Hey, bro,
white supremacy is dominating me.
I'm not joking. I ain't even kidding right now. I'm dead serious. You kidding ass niggas. You niggas do that shit right there. You like to be dominated. This is not the platform for you. Hey, shout out to DJ Bandana Black, bro. I like how he said that. He starts out, he said say some shit or whatever. This ain't the platform for you. Like, this is how I feel, bro. Like, if you the kid in this ass nigga that agree with the mink slide, that shit this nigga just talked about. It is not.
Yeah, we already shut it down.
Whoa. Everybody got some commercials.
Hold on.
Go away from us.
My bad, y'all, for the echo. Yeah, they already shut it down. Let's see what they had to say, though.
All right. Greetings to everyone. I want to thank you so much for tuning on in this evening. It is now 6:42 p.m. Today's Monday, November 4th of 2019. And I want to thank you all so much for taking the time to tune in to the live stream this evening. We did a live stream last night, and it went really well. I was so happy that I did a live stream. In fact, prior to that, I hadn't done any YouTube public.
Now, who's live right now? Is Tommy Sotomayer live with Meeche X? Try to Meeche X. Niggas, this kitten ass nigga that we just was talking about, right? He be like, she cussed too much. I'm like, what the fuck? What? Why are you always in arguments with women? Is this a thing? Y'all be like, see, once again, see, y'all not catching it. Y'all not catching on. This is crazy. I can't believe it. I haven't caught on yet. It's crazy. Absolutely bonkers. For real. Hey man, you know what I'm saying? If you're a real nigga, man, you shouldn't be out here in these streets, these YouTube streets, anywhere, gossiping and going back and forth, like some of the stuff that be going on, y'all staying on YouTube. Please don't do that. That shit's crazy, yo. It's unproductive, unbecoming. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? Some people, that's what they do. Their whole careers about that. So I get that too. But we got people that really are pushing fear mongers. Yvette Cornell, who's already went over that thing, she's pushing fear. She's pushing the caste system. And she's light skinned. This is the craziest part about all this, bro. You know what I'm saying? So check this out. Everybody's beefing. Everybody that you see, except maybe Polight, but she should be beefing with everybody. Like they all should be beefing with him. Like I don't even get this. But we get back to that. But the rest of them, all of them, like we ain't even finished yet. Like everybody's beefing. How? Y'all don't respect each other's work enough that y'all can put y'all differences to the side. Not see that once again. That shows me that that's not productive. And somebody's funding the distraction. Let's just be clear. Huh? Who was that?
Yo, what up, YouTube? We live again. I'm gonna take a break from roasting because Monkey Morrison, he done tapped out. I'm not gonna sit there and publicize what was said, but he hit me up on Facebook and told me he don't want no more. So guess what? I'm gonna leave him alone. Now chill.
Who is this?
Now, unless he fuck with me again, I'm gonna be quiet on Monkey Morrison. So, but tonight we're gonna do some real talk. This video is called Meeche X versus Tariq Nasheed. Now, we all knew that Tariq Nasheed was gonna come back and retaliate against Meeche X after she criticized him for scamming the people, for being a scam artist. He asked for $200,000 to throw a one-day convention.
Yep.
Oh yeah, exactly. Devin the God. He won $200,000 to rent out an arena in Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, they want to go give the money to these people. Okay, Tariq. Good job. You want to go give $250,000.
Good morning. What's up, everybody?
Like we said, no plan, no foresight, no hindsight. No,
This is funny as hell.
So hopefully, you two won't act a motherfucking bitch tonight, and they won't
talk that talk, Meeche. Talk that talk.
Cut me off. Some of y'all gonna get y'all little feelings hurt and y'all little pennies in a bunch. Because I'm about to say some shit about a motherfucker that a lot of people in the community hold really highly. Yes, you see his name in the chat. I'm getting ready to talk about Tariq Nasheed. So if you have a problem with it, I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna sit here and just call out white people and not call out all the people that are motherfucking problem. So I have some shit that I need to say. I just seen some shit that pissed me the fuck off, and this is the reason that I'm live. Let me tell you something. Nobody is off limits when it comes to Meeche. If you want some bullshit, I'm gonna call you out on your bullshit, okay? So I do want to make this clear before I get started in this conversation that I don't have a personal issue with Tariq Nasheed, right? Matter of fact, if you have been to my conferences, you will know that it's part of the stuff that we talk about. I'll tell you in a minute for us to learn some knowledge. Guess what? Go home and have you some learning parties. Order some pizza, make some popcorn, and what do I tell y'all? Shit, put on Hidden Colors for the family. Get some motherfuckers in the hood together. Get your sisters, get the kids, and come on, let's watch some Hidden Colors and eat some pizza or some shit tonight. Like, I promote that shit, right? So I don't have a problem with his documentaries or nothing, but I still not letting no nigga slide just because you black. And if you want to go send this video to him, if he want to talk shit about me, ask me if I give a fuck, because nobody is off limits. I'm so tired of you fucking niggas, specifically this big lip ass nigga that fucking wears way too much motherfucking lip gloss. Let me first tell
Talk that sass, man. Talk that sass. Hey, shit, yo.
What in the hell is going on here, family?
Hey.
Oh.
Hey. I hadn't heard this before, y'all. Like that's weird. That's dope. It really is. Cause like I said, you know, is one thing she said that she did not disagree with the videos, and you know, we talked about that too, right? But once again, though, like I said, I kind of heard some of the highlights of why she's mad, stuff like that, whatever. Why people are trying to get on people and stuff. But we're gonna take it to the next level. We're gonna analyze that and break that down. Then you know, give it the real. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Because this is what we have to do. Because obviously the narrative is always being painted. The bliggity black, bliggity black, bliggity black. When we talk economics too, there's also like a form of doing business, a church, a non-altruistic form of taking from the people as opposed to taking from them. At some point, these people should have figured this shit out by now. You know what I'm saying? You know, to leverage the numbers and the things that they have, and instead of taking from the people, take from the people that like thousands of people that are gonna see your video. They're seeing all these fucking commercials y'all got in front of your videos when you push play on your fucking videos, dummies. Then someone be having the nerve to be like 15,000 videos, commercials inside their videos. Like I think it's crazy, and they know thousands of people is watching this shit. So talking all this white supremacy shit, what you doing is you pushing their commercials, you're pushing their shit, you're pushing their platform. This is what you guys are doing. And you're obviously not a threat to anybody if they're not blocking your shit like they did Alex Jones, PNX, and who else they could block. You know what I'm saying? The minister. You know what I'm saying? So it's always like interesting to me. And I'm definitely interested to see what her grievances are from her own mouth, y'all. So let's get into it, bro. Let's get right into it. Shout out to Meeche. I said Meeche ain't said that did that wrong to me, y'all. So shout out to Meeche. Yeah. That's what's up.
Ready, that nigga. Your lips is too big to be so motherfucking shiny, okay? So I'm gonna need you to lay off the motherfucking lip gloss first of all, because
oh wow.
That shit looks suspect as hell, right? So I don't have a personal issue with Tariq Nasheed, but I have a fucking issue with him, and he fucking pimps the black community. And I've held my tongue for long enough, but this punk ass nigga in this fucking conference that he got coming up, let's talk about it. Let's fucking talk about it. Let me tell you something. I am so tired of these fucking black people coming fucking forward in the
translation, dead people coming fucking forward. Okay, go ahead, me.
Community and pimping the fuck out of black folks.
Wake up one morning with some money, the subject to go crazy.
So I'm gonna break down the psychology to y'all. Shout out to those of y'all giving in the chat. If I'm going in and I don't say nothing, you have to forgive me, because when I'm in this mode, I see the shit, but I don't see the shit. But thank you for the donations that y'all put in here, right? So understand this. I know everybody like, some of y'all might not even like what I'm getting ready to say, because y'all love y'all some Tariq Nasheed. Y'all love y'all some Hidden Colors. Well, it's cool. I like Hidden Colors too. I think that they're really great documentaries, and I think that we should have kids watch them. But I think at some point, as black people, we need to realize that you're being pimped. You're being fucking pimped by a nigga. Do you not see this shit? I guess I gotta break it down for you. So let me break this shit down for you, right? Just like Dr. Watkins be pimping motherfuckers. Dr. Watkins might not like Tariq, and Tariq might not like him, but them niggas is more alike than motherfuckers want to admit. Okay? Let me tell you something.
I just want to give a message out. Content is going to be a little explicit. Boyce Watkins and Mr. Nasheed, I don't care if you're offended or not. But damn, Meeche X giving y'all that business. Oh my God. Hey, let's see.
Hey, so just real quick though, Meeche X comes from Boyce Watkins, and they fell out too. And she has her personal thing with him or whatever, and it's interesting that him and Tariq fell out too. And I don't really remember the reason why, but I remember now that she said it that they did fall out. I didn't remember Yvette Carnell started out over there too, so she had a channel and she went in on the Minister Louis Farrakhan, and he didn't agree with that or whatever. So instead of him being just a man and saying, "Look, if we allow somebody to put something out on this channel, whatever, they have their right to say their opinion. If we allow guests to come on here, whatever, that don't have the same opinion as you gonna be mad at me because they got a different opinion than you. I got a different opinion than Lotus. Don't mean that him can't build something like this. I just think the way we think sometimes is so childish, and it can be fixed, and we just start thinking so slow. Like blickety black once again. In this sense, what she's saying it in, it has no power. Y'all, this is what we talking about. She's not saying it in an endearing term. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So it means something when you put in this crayon color, attaching this power structure to especially light-skinned people. Now I don't even know Yvette Carnell or Meeche's ancestry, y'all. Y'all understand what I'm saying? That's irrelevant. Point is that they're repping black, and clearly they're not black. Like Tariq's not black. Okay. As dark as Polight is, he's not black. Okay. The dude Battle Cat, he was battle rapping. Is not black. Boyce Watkins is not black. I can go on and on and on and on. So it's obviously your black world is a black sector, right? And we've actually got a leak of literally how it really is. And everybody's got their mind that pushes those paradigms, bro. This is what we're saying. I'm in their fucking chat room in Boyce's as well as in Lennar asking about black. Nobody even addresses me. They're reading the fucking chat room because they're reading right above me and below me every fucking time. I don't fuck with you niggas, man. You act like you don't fucking see that shit. This shit is crazy to me. And they gonna have you have the nerve to talk about psychology. You don't understand psychology is when your words that you say out your fucking mouth. Every fucking word that comes out your mouth. If you can't change black back to being good and beneficial for you, so how are you and Tariq saying anything different? And anything that you're gonna say out your mouth is gonna be up for conjecture. And none of his people are gonna be able to say, hey, well, she's just hating. She's hating on Boyce Watkins. She's hating on them. Y'all see what I'm saying? And some people might choose sides and stuff like that. That's how that works. That's how that works. You know what I'm saying? Some people like certain personalities and they choose sides. That's how they go. People are childish. We get it. Point being is, what about the truth?
Hey, we lost you, Chief. Can't hear you. She going in, y'all. She going in. Hold on.
Something. It is black people that run around here all the motherfucking time and they ride a wave. And there is a wave if black people have not realized it, right? Capitalizing on oppression and black people is something that people make a lot of money off of, right? So there's some black people that come to the scene and they say, let me offer some solutions and some things to my people. And it does take money in order for people to do those things, right? And it's okay if you have a product that you make some money off of your product and certain things of that nature. But then there's another group of black people that Tariq Nasheed and motherfucking Dr. Watkins and a lot of these other niggas out here. So feel free to put their bitch ass names in the chat if you would like, because they're not the only ones. And what these motherfuckers tend to do is they sit back from a marketing standpoint of view and they say, what is the hot thing that's the wave with black people in oppression right now so that I can capitalize on this shit? That's what the fuck this is all about to them. And I'm gonna break down to you exactly what I'm talking about, and I'm shocked that a lot of you don't even fucking see it because it's in your motherfucking face. For example, let's talk about fat neck bitch ass Watkins for a moment. This nigga been throwing conferences for how many years? How many motherfucking years? All of his conferences are the same. They bring no fucking solutions. This nigga is having church. This nigga's having church in this motherfucker, okay? Y'all go to his conference. Y'all feel good. Some motherfuckers sing to y'all. Some motherfuckers rap for y'all. Some motherfuckers have panels and talk to y'all. He have crazy bitches like Vicky Dillard who ain't even all there in her mind preaching to y'all. And y'all be listening to that dumb shit, right? When you leave the All Black National Convention, how many motherfuckers say, I want you to prove me wrong tonight. Please shut me the fuck up. I'll admit when I'm wrong. What one of you motherfuckers went to the All Black National Convention and walked out that bitch with some motherfucking tangible solutions? Any of y'all, please tell me. Please tell me. When you walked out the All Black National Convention, did you have some?
You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers, Sway.
T. Jones, if you sit around for a minute, you'll find out. Don't rush my motherfucking rant. I'm going in, and if you just be patient, you'll find out. It's Friday night. Take a shot, smoke a blunt, shut the fuck up, and sit around for a minute, and we'll get to the point, okay? Okay? How many of you think that walking away from the All Black National Convention that y'all learned anything? But let me tell you something that psychologically, when it comes to marketing, most of you probably didn't notice that Dr. Watkins did this year, and he changed it. Now, if any of you would like to take time to go the fuck back and go and research this shit, then do so. Every year that he had this convention, he was talking about nothing more than come to the All Black National Convention where we have powerful speakers, we have powerful people. He never talked about solutions ever. Did you notice that this year, all of a sudden he started riding that solution wave? Because everybody now has solutions because they know black people are looking for solutions. So everybody motherfucking flyer and conference say, we bring solutions, even though you don't bring any fucking solutions. It's just a word you're using to fucking get people to come along. You notice how Dr. Watkins is having a spade tournament now? Oh, when has Dr. Watkins done anything to fucking sit down and build with the community? Let me be honest with you. See, he blocks everybody that he fires from Fly Nubian Queen when they fuck with me, and then he doesn't let them see his platform anymore. But you know what? He doesn't block me because he watches me, because the bitch want to know what's my blueprint. How the fuck does Meeche keep rising even when she does fucked up shit? Even when stuff don't look that great. Even when everything's falling down around her. How does Meeche continue to make this shit happen? He's amused. He's amazed. He's entertained. And this nigga want to know my secrets. This is why the fuck he won't block me. So now all of a sudden you're having events so that you can build relationships with the community. So I guess you thought it would be a good idea to play spades with black people because that's what black people do. We only play spades. Suck a dick, motherfucking Dr. Watkins. And so now y'all gonna go to the tournament. $20 just to go in that bitch and punch that nigga in his fucking face.
Come on, me.
Dr. Watkins, you gonna keep hiding, but you gonna see me one day, bitch. You gonna run into me again one day. Oh my mama, I'm swinging on your punk ass. Just know that when you see me. So have your guard up, motherfucker.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
So see, I watch how all these black people wanna pander and say, oh, this is what works. This is what gets the people in. Because if you get the people to feel you, the people will give you their money. Now let's talk about Tariq, right? Somebody says it keeps cutting off and freezing. That must be on your end. It's not freezing over here. So maybe refresh it. YouTube do be on some motherfucking dumbass shit, but it's going just fine over here. So it's not buffering on this end. So maybe it's YouTube or maybe it's your end. So I'm gonna need you to just refresh your feed Everybody say it's buffering. It's fine over here. So that's your laptop. That's you on your end, right? So let's talk about Tariq Nasheed. Now, I want people to know, right, that I don't have a problem with his documentaries. I really never even had a problem with him until now. But I woke up out of my sleep and I'm scrolling through Instagram. And guess what the fuck I see? I see this nigga is having a conference. Okay, conferences are great. But doesn't it seem like every black person is having a conference? So understand marketing. If you're going to fucking cash in on black people, it seems like everybody's doing conferences. So maybe I should ride the wave of the black fucking conference thing. You know what I'm saying? So here comes Tariq with a conference. I'm not mad. I'm not mad that he's having a conference. I'm mad that this nigga got some fucking crowdfunding on his page and he's trying to raise $200,000 to have a motherfucking conference in Atlanta next year. You big man said, why you mad? Motherfucker, if you shut the fuck up your dumb ass and find out I am big mad. I am big mad. Right? And the screen is frozen, but it's all good. As long as they don't cut me off, we gonna keep going in on this motherfucking conversation, right? As long as they don't fucking cut me off, because this is what they do, right? But let's understand this. So Tariq Nasheed is charging $200,000 to have a motherfucking conference. So let's talk about that.
What did you say, nigga?
Right there. Okay? Meeche has been throwing conferences around this motherfucking nation, and I've done 8 cities. It has cost me nowhere near $200,000. This is the fuck shit I'm talking about. So this nigga got money, but he's not willing to come out of his pocket to fucking pay for his motherfucking conference and then sell tickets at the door. Yes, $200,000. That's my question, kindred spirit. What the fuck do you need $200,000 for? So he's doing crowdfunding. So this nigga won't even fucking front his own money to fucking have a conference. He's gonna fucking ask the community to fucking give him almost $250,000 for what? Wait a minute. And this fucking shiny lip nigga is not even fucking going to more than one city. He's going to Atlanta. Atlanta.
Man, you know what's crazy about this, man? The content that we are putting out is so far above the level that Tariq Nasheed is putting out. It's ridiculous. Dan Calloway is, Corey Mayo is, Atasha just won, Aboriginal Power, Aboriginal TV, Jaguar. I could go down the list. If I could try and get everybody in. There's so many people, ones who are doing things on the channel. We're all putting out far greater content, far greater information than a person who we call Tariq Nasheed. And he's asking for $200,000?
250,000, $250,000, to throw one big event. See, this is what I'm talking about, y'all. Like, once again, the plan is flawed, just like everything else. It's a flawed plan. Don't go. So, but once again, though, she's telling you specifically why she's mad about the money he's asking to raise. He don't want to come out of his pocket, sis, to pay the David Banners, to pay certain people or whatever, to come out and speak at his event. Y'all understand what I'm saying? And he also wants to get, some of the revolt steam. So he sees Puffy doing these conferences and basically stealing his steam, having these type of conversations. So he's like, okay, well, I could do the same thing. I could throw the same type of conferences, but in order to make it as big as Puffy's, I got to pay for flights. He got to do certain things, blah, blah, blah. Y'all follow me to do the things he got to do. And yeah, the way not to, to do business is use your own money. Y'all follow me? He's already made his money. Even if he's saying, hey, just, buy tickets and as you coming, what I'm saying? I think that wouldn't be a negative thing. I don't even necessarily say the Kickstarter thing, but like I said, he's already had a Kickstarter. Like that would be my critique of it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? There has to be some other people with a better plan that needs the Kickstarter. It needs $250,000. Y'all know what we could do with $250,000? I know Tyrese like, what the fuck? 250. You know what we could do with $250,000 as a terms of creating jobs, creating opportunity, creating prosperity for people, for Americans, right? And once again, we go back to the black-white thing or whatever. See, you're limited in some of the things that you can get, Tariq, and somehow you're going to be able to move. So you guys, shout out to Lord Jamar, once again, you're in the wrong categories. And I know a lot of you guys are coming along or whatever. However, like she's saying, you guys flop back and forth for what's ever hot. So trust me, y'all gonna start seeing a bunch of so-called Aboriginal conversations coming out these platforms in 3, 2, 1 weeks. I'm telling y'all, it's coming soon to a YouTube, to a stream near you. This is coming. I'm telling you, these conversations are gonna be having. They're gonna be having these conversations, and a lot of them are gonna just start having these conversations like they've been having it the whole time. They've been talking on YouTube and been out here in public life. Watch, the people that's behind them, right? They're not gonna know the wiser. Because they're part of the church who can flip flop and go all where they're gonna go. People are supporting this shit right now. Losery, weakness, dominated, losery, bro. Like, yeah, niggas losers, bro. Like, for real. Fuck anybody that don't think. Well, I hate losers. Yeah, I don't even like losers. I like niggas trying to get the tip. Yeah, that ain't getting.
We might have to make a segment about that shit. The lose,
cool.
The lose olives.
Yeah. That's what's up. Losery.
Right.
Yeah. So that's what we're gonna start calling it. When we see it, man, that's losery. Y'all can call it whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna call it losery. And you like that? That's losery. Period. I don't care what nobody says. Some people be saying something, man, that's losery. I'm not about to go back and forth with y'all. For real. Like this is like, once again, children are running the narrative. Once again, we have unconscious people leading other unconscious people. It's like, how you got the certain type of smarter zombies that are a little bit more, smarter than other ones. They can manipulate the other zombies. Yeah, that's what's be going on. Like I'm telling you, people don't even like they act like I'm invisible. Like, at least they don't block me for saying something I'm saying. Cause I have to word it carefully, like don't offend people about the black thing. Like try to tell them, like as far as the psychological part of it and stuff like that. And you would think that Dr. Boyce Watkins' audience would be kind of like more intellectual type people, Harvard ass niggas that kind of would get that, you know what I'm saying? So Meeche X seems like she understands psychological warfare. And I guess people just forget the whole black white thing. Meeche, you gotta address this. Like this, she looks like what's the sister's name from Chicago, singer that be getting into it with Tommy Sotomayer too, right here. What's her name? You know what I'm talking about.
She look like somebody to get into it with everybody.
I can't say that right now. Y'all
somebody don't fuck around at all.
Hey,
you can see the look. Long over here.
I'm still blocked, Nyla. Fuck that. Why am I blocked? She probably lied too, but we might have to go troll her ass too. Why am I blocked? Like, I'm still blocked. Like it was like a late night debate over there, man. I was beating up on Cuba, y'all. Not Cuba. I mean, you can't come with the same old Carver ass. What's that? What's the dude's name? George Washington Carver ass conversation to me, bro. Like, I'm gonna eat that up. So it's like I just hear a lot of castrated conversations. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no balls in these conversations once again. And for me, I absolutely know for a fact, and I know for a fact that these conversations are unproductive. They're distractions, and that's just what it is across the board. And they're only reactive channels, these reactive people. They're only going to react to what's happening to them instead of creating things that happen. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. So that's your imagination for $250,000. That's cool. What's your plan? What are you going to do in that one day? And like she's saying, they've been doing conferences and saying the same shit for years. What are you going to get out of that? Absolutely nothing. Is there a plan? Are you doing some building in Atlanta? No, you're not building a building or something. You want to go get $250,000 to them. That's how it works. He take his cut and he get the rest to them. How much you think he gonna keep himself, y'all? Can anybody put out of 250,000? How much y'all think he'll, for his time and energy for him?
200,000.
Yeah.
He like that 200 going to my pocket immediately with the rest of my pockets.
He ain't gonna do no. He ain't gonna do no. Oh shit, yo, we got Umar. We getting your ass in the title too, nigga. We getting your ass, nigga. I heard this nigga, man. Before we get back to Meeche, yo, this nigga is now talking about Africa Black Wall Street. Now he wants to raise money. Yo, this nigga, y'all, I can't make this up, man. This shit's crazy. He wants to raise money. He wants to. This nigga wants to raise
hold on. Umar trying to raise money?
To raise money.
Oh my!
To open up, to buy land and to create a Black Wall Street in Africa, in Ghana, to be exact. I'm done, bro. I'm done, Diddy. I'm done. Done data. Just know. And y'all already know it was Noah, Honor, and what happened to Common Sense. Shout out to them, man. Shout out to what happened to Common Sense. I actually like their brother's perspective and stuff, man. He's pretty sharp. Yo, and like I said, that's what S&E is gonna be about, man. Like, hopefully, man, we'll be able to link up with different YouTube personalities. You know what I'm saying? Like, whether we agree with them or not, just who's relevant on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Who's relevant in the culture. So a lot of times YouTubers don't like a lot of them might be watching. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all, man. If I'm watching y'all, like, I'll let it be known, like, I'm watching your shit, or I've seen it later or something, feel me? So I guess I don't understand the YouTube politics or etiquette or whatever. Feel me? I don't do that. Like, I don't know how that works. Like, if I'm in Boys Walking's chat room, I can't do an interview. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how that works. Y'all see what I'm saying? So I don't know how the YouTube game works, and I don't really play that, especially if I know if I'm getting a goddamn notifications to my phone. I'm looking at it just like they looking at our shit, because these niggas is subscribed. So when they get the notification, they be like, oh shit, like, come on, bro, this shit crazy. And so I just cool, you know what I'm saying? So we don't even look at it as a negative thing. Y'all follow me? However, we getting it out the mud. You know what I'm saying, Lord? They'll get that part.
Bruh, hey, Chief, you know what's killing me? I'm looking at the last basically 2 weeks of videos of Umar Johnson, and I don't think too many people like Umar Johnson anymore. Because this is looking crazy. I'm trying to find something as professional as possible. Damn, Umar, what the hell have you been doing?
I mean, like, I haven't heard anything about.
All right, let's see.
Like, stuff and so long.
Absolutely crazy.
Here go. This is his latest stuff.
Hey, this radio station is black owned, black paid for, blackity black. And that's what we do right here.
Hold on, let me my shit.
Black Wall Street also.
Blackity black.
46716-5525. And boy, do we get it chopped up here in T-Town. And in the studio,
yes,
Dr. Umar Johnson.
Yes, indeed, Baba.
Hey, man, welcome back, man.
Thank you for having me.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. 3.5 years for me. Yep, February, Black History Month of 6.
This nigga gonna do the interview in the corner store before he robbed it. Let's go do this. Oh my God, what is going on?
I remember that so well, man, up in there, man. Hey, look like you've been in the gym or exercising or doing something, man.
I don't know what it is.
Man, a couple pounds lost right
I don't know what it is.
Tell me your secret.
A Philly cheese steak. I'm kidding, Baba. I'm kidding.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, you're going to be at the Greenwood Culture Center today.
4
o'clock.
4 p.m.
Culture Center, right in the heart of Black Wall Street.
Heart of Black Wall Street.
And bringing on that word, right?
Bringing on that word. All children are free, 17 and under. Don't leave the babies at home. Bring them out. All elders are free.
Right.
65 and older. Bring grandmom and grandpop. It's a message for the whole community. Everyone else can get their tickets at the door. We also have some vendors in the building. I don't know when I'll be back. It's been 3.5 years, so they need to come on out. We got a school now in Delaware. We got to fix it up, Brother Bobby. But
let's talk about it.
Okay.
Let's get into
and let them know too, Brother Bobby. Tomorrow, Oklahoma City, 4305 Event Center, Oklahoma City, same time, 4 o'clock tomorrow.
Right. Man,
yes, sir.
Oklahoma.
I said, let me hit them both because I've only been to OKC once.
Okay.
And that was 2015.
Right.
So it's been 4.5 years for OKC. So I said, since I'm going to come through Tulsa, let me go through OKC. I kind of do this. This is my ministry, Brother Bobby. So my whole thing is I have to get to all the cities at least once every 3 to 5 years.
Now you're a traveling man.
I'm a traveling man.
You're all over the globe.
All over the globe. Spoke on every continent except Australia.
Haven't been to Australia yet?
Haven't been to Australia yet. Several invitations. Nothing just happened to connect yet. But once we do Australia, I can say I've been everywhere.
We got some of us in Australia.
Oh, yes.
Some of us
yes. African man is the original man in Australia.
Right. So going back to, I know there's been some questions. You know what I mean? There's always been some questions about your credibility.
Yeah.
As far as your, you know what
everything.
It's everything.
Everything. So
tell our audience.
Run it down.
Run it down.
Run it down.
Where you got your education.
Yes, sir.
Where you're from.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, I graduated from Scotland School for Veterans Children, which is a residential paramilitary academy in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. Chambersburg, Pennsylvania is the hometown of Martin Delany, the grandfather of Pan-Africanism. It also happens to be the site where my ancestor Frederick Douglass met with John Brown before the 1859 raid on Harper's Ferry. So little known place, but historically significant.
You hearing this shit, Chief?
Man, I wasn't paying nigga attention. I'm sorry. I had more pressing issues going on, man. Yeah. I mean, I'm tuned out, y'all. Like, I can't hear this shit no more, bro. Like, what did he say, bro? Shit, my bad. Word.
Man, let me go back. Like,
I did an A1. I was asleep until you said.
Shit.
Bro, I hope. Fuck. Shit. He's still pushing Frederick Douglass and dude.
Yeah, man. Here it is.
He gonna be the one to take it back to Africa now. I bet he's thinking now, man. I should have always just did the school in Africa. I bet he's thinking that now. I can promise on everything. He probably listen now. I can flip it, y'all. I can sell the building or whatever, or just whatever, let it go, and then take the rest of this money right here, and then go ahead and buy 1,000 acres or something. I think that's what you should have been did, bro. Like, do some business or something, man. Some farmers or something over there. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know how you niggas be thinking, man. But if you're really gonna be about Africa, man, just do it. Just go. I'm for real. Like, just go. Like, please. I promise y'all. Like, I don't like to get into the personal stuff, but once again, the personal stuff always has to put stuff in question. Somebody just brought this up the other day, man. Like I said, they be all in these niggas' business, whether or not they pay their child support or stuff. I'm like, what is this? Like, what is going on? Like, you feel me? All these appearances and things like that or whatever, man. Like, I just don't understand this conversation about child support and stuff, right? And then, like, I just heard this dude say some stuff out his own mouth that just don't add up to a person that you should send your children to when he's not in his own children's lives with 2 different baby moms. Like, I just like he didn't even know like names and shit like that, y'all. So I don't get it, yo. Like, I don't know what type, like, how, like, what's the hatred coming? So how can this person with a straight face tell us that he should be over your children? How is he gonna tell you that when he has you have more control over your family and your? How is he gonna teach your people anything more than you can do better and how to be a better man and stuff like that? I just need to know, like, Hey son, look right here. Fake like you got some goons on the other end, and let somebody call the phone on you like that. What type of nigga is this, bro? Like, what are you talking about? Come on, bro. Like, that shit goofy. So yeah, man. So I don't know. Yeah. Go ahead, man. Let's go and hit this shit. I'm gonna talk over this shit.
Yes, sir. Well, I graduated from Scotland School for Veterans Children, which is a residential paramilitary academy in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. Chambersburg, Pennsylvania is the hometown of Martin Delany, the grandfather of Pan-Africanism. It also happens to be the site where my ancestor Frederick Douglass met with John Brown before the 1859 raid on Harper's Ferry. So little known place, but historically significant. I graduated from Scotland in 92. I went to Millersville University for undergrad. I double majored, Brother Bobby, in psychology and political science. So starting in 92, finishing in 97. Went right back to Millersville University in 98 in order to earn my school psychology master's degree and certification. So I came back to the school district of Philadelphia 2001 to do my internship. Took the test to be employed as a school psychologist, came in first place. Gotcha. And my first day of work as a certified school psychologist was 9/11/2001. Really? Literally, when I went downtown to the school district of Philadelphia's main building to pick up my psychological test equipment, the first thing the supervisor said to me, the director of school psychological services, he said, "You looking for test equipment? You might got to get a gun and fight." Oh, really? And so he told me to look at the TV because I didn't know what happened. Mm-hmm. This is my first day of work. Mm-hmm. And I look at the television, Brother Bobby, and I saw the Twin Towers dropping. So my career began in revolution, in drama, whatever you want to call it. That was the first day. But let me go a little bit further. Go ahead. So then I enrolled Lehigh University, earned my second master's degree in educational leadership because I'm also a certified school principal and former school principal, by the way, and former school assistant principal, by the way. And then I went to the Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine in Philadelphia. Of course, they didn't like me very much, but I graduated from there in 2010 with my doctorate in clinical psychology. So although I'm a certified school psychologist, my doctorate is in clinical psychology. The only credential that I don't have at present is my license as a psychologist because I never pursued it. Once you get your doctorate, you basically got to go back to work 1 year full time, supervise to get your license. But because most of my work is in the schools, I really didn't have a need to get the license.
So, Umar, why is there so much controversy?
Jealousy and envy, because if you go across the Black consciousness movement, Brother Bobby, very few people have any credentials at all. Many of the people who accuse me of not having and don't have anything. Some of them barely have a GED. You understand? So if you look at education, there's probably nobody in the conscious community with more formal education than I do. I hold 6.
You know I had to stop it there. He said they barely got a GG. How someone barely had a what the?
All right, so let's
this guy.
So
I got like 20 credentials and they barely got a GED. I'm saying with my credentials.
Right. It's hardly anybody in the unconscious community that has more formal education than him. Everybody clear on this? Is that about right? Can we give him that?
Yeah.
Can we give him that? Formal. Like, can we? I don't think he can say that, but because he don't know everybody in the so-called unconscious community. That's the first thing. Second thing is writing like motherfuckers coming in with fucking resumes and shit, who they are and stuff. So he don't actually know that part of it. So I think that's kind of arrogant and elitist on his side. From Scotland, I graduated from Scotland.
You know, we really ain't been roasting because
I'm a roasty. I want to roast everybody.
You want to go back to Sonetta and roast it? Nah, I'm just playing. It's all good, Sonetta. We ain't gonna roast you. But Umar, man, look, man. You know what? I'm speechless.
I mean, that's the craziest shit ever, bro. I mean, just to say the shit he's saying is like, okay, because you have a GED, right? Okay, for instance, we got a GED, and you can't criticize him. So that's his critique. That's his. Instead of addressing the criticism, right? Come on. Like, is this real?
Because of the GD.
Like, and so I couldn't interview this guy. Like, it'll be a problem. Like, dude, you just said this. Like, I'm gonna have to challenge that. That makes no sense. Formal education. Like, so we've already broke this down. He took an oath for his doctorate. Y'all cool on that? Everybody good? He took an oath. All right. And then he's telling you that he enrolled in 2001 into the Philadelphia school system or whatever. So he was a part of the school system. So on and so forth, right? So let's get that straight. And then whenever y'all ever seen him come out or whatever, then you put those numbers together. You know what I'm saying? That follow me. Formal education or whatever, we've already established, and he's established that sending your children to be formally educated is absolutely the wrong thing to do. Is this not a thing? Yes or no? Am I tripping?
Man,
no, let's bring it all the way back. Okay, let's bring it all back. Let's pull it all back in. You're telling us to take our children out of formal schooling and education and give them into your system. Check. That means that formal education is you went through it and you said, "Oh, this is not the way to do it. We should do it a different way." Am I reading too much into this, or maybe I'm just really breaking this thing down a lot?
It reminds me of the Japan character to be.
Yeah, you can't have it both ways. He gotta let us know. Are you saying formal education, or you're just teaching an African formal education, right?
He's Pan. He wants to lure all the children in like Peter Pan so they can live forever at Neverland in Umar Johnson Shoemaker's.
But I just need to know whether or not this is going to be a formal education. If it's going to be a formal education, then they should just stay in the school system that they are in. If he's honoring the formal education and saying that that's basically the reason why everybody in a so-called unconscious community should be up under him is because he has the most formal education. I just want everybody to understand that that was his comeback for the criticism that he gets from the community, as opposed to addressing the information that people are criticizing me on, right? That's what we're talking about. These are the type of things that we talk about when we're dealing with these type of guys right here. I think this is crazy. Like, this is absolutely bonkers to me. This is bonkers. Like, seriously. He gonna be on Kickstarters and all type of shit too. Like, Indiegogo's and like, this shit's crazy. Indiegogo. I don't even care, bro. Like, I'm not about to be doing it. I'm not about to get killed by these guys. No, sir. So, yeah, man. He's probably gonna say some more dumb shit too, man. So, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure of that.
Macadam said, "This nigga here, bro." He said, "I'm done." Facts, bro. We about to get off this nigga real soon, guy. It's the terriblest thing ever, man. Like, how do you not have electricity, right? And you can't build inside the building if you don't have electricity. You can't restore the building because the people can't work. They can't plug their tools and things up. And, lights. So much. Like, I just think it's the weirdest shit ever, man. Like, is he by himself? Doing this by himself? Like, is nobody, like, he don't have no advisors? Nobody talking to him? Don't have no OGs? Like, none of you niggas can't call this nigga and be like, what is going on? Like, this shit is crazy. This shit crazy, bro. Like, you're not looking like you're part of the culture right here, bro. You look like a nigga that's falling off, man. So, just want to point it out, bro. Get your shit together, man. That shit crazy. Sheesh.
6 degrees, 3 professional credentials. None of them have as much formal education as I do. And mind you, none of my degrees were online. These were in the class. Okay, PCOM is an American Psychological Association approved program. So these are top universities, if you would. Millersville, one of the top universities for mid-size. Lehigh University is just beneath the Harvard, the Yales, the Princetons. And PCOM, where I earned my doctorate, also is a prestigious white medical institution. So I didn't go to no fly-by-night schools. These are places where you have to earn your degree.
Whoa. I'm going in slow motion. Whoa. I'm done. Hey, we got you. Hey, we got you right there. Hey, what the fuck are you talking about, doofy ass nigga? One of the most prestigious whites universities. You dude, I couldn't have did an interview. Who's this nigga doing the interview, bro? Like, who the fuck is this nigga? Like, you let this get off like that? Like, this, yo, what the fuck? Like, bro, did you just everybody hear this shit? I'm glad we listened to this shit again. Yo, I cannot believe, Umar, you just said that dumbass shit, bro. Like, I'm done, bro. Like, okay, so that means that all you black ass universities ain't shit compared to Umar Johnson because he went to a prestigious white university. Is this real? White medical university, right? Like this shit is like it's comical, right? But then he'll turn around and tell you about medical apartheid. I just think this shit is so like you niggas, bro. Like, is this real? Y'all like for real? For real? For real? Is this real? You bang on white all day, but then big up the white university. Yo, man, y'all let this happen? Y'all let people just talk to y'all in a circle? To play y'all mind like that? Okay, I got you. I just wanted to let y'all know. We just pointed this out. Let's go. Let's finish this nigga off. God damn. Yo, Umar.
Is it because you don't fit the normal narrative of other scholars?
Yes.
Per se?
Yes, I'm unapologetically African.
You kind of like got all these degrees and you didn't
Yes.
all your studies.
I never gave up my street credentials.
Yeah, your street. You stood.
I'm the only PhD who still walk the streets. I'm the only one. You catch me in any hood, any city, I'm there. So
you walking around look like you about to rob everybody. So.
I don't think we're gonna make it to 10 minutes with this
walking
shit.
around in people clothes, nigga. This nigga got a gorilla with people clothes on.
I know.
Gorilla, man. I'm the King Kong gorilla. Motherfucker, get that weak ass talk out of here. Oh, white university. But I got my street cred. Where? Name it. I wait. I know North Philly niggas.
You got a street cred at the strip club.
Where? Stop it. Stop it. Right. Get out of here. Hey, man, I got so many jokes, bro. I do. I promise. Shit. But we slow roasting tonight, y'all. We got him in a slow cookie. We got him in a slow cookie. We're saving this dude right here, man. He's such a prime. Go ahead, man. God damn, bro. Like, what's wrong with this guy, man? he says it out his own mouth, though. It ain't like, no, the only person worse than him is the other dude. Like, can I say his name? All right, man. Nah, but it was a young lady that said her family was Campbell. They had Campbell Farms and shit. Like, yo, he's the next, like, the telling themselves, like, this guy right here, man. Sheesh. This is crazy. Like, is nobody looking at this? And he's a psychology. Like, I sometimes I'll be thinking, like, okay, is this his psychological angle? You follow me? Because it's working. Well, it used to. I don't know if it's still working. So we stay tuned on that one. Go ahead, man. Let's go ahead and finish this guy.
Yeah, all right. Let's get back to Dashiki Johnson.
Oh my God. Boy, he's unapologetically African, though. Does he have any documentation with him being African? Oh, he doesn't. Okay. He's claiming that his ancestor is Frederick Douglass. Frederick Douglass said he ain't no goddamn African. Okay.
Hey, you know what?
So,
I'm gonna do that from now on. All the pan boo-boos from now on. New first name to their Pokemon is Daishiki. Some names might be difficult, but well, that'll be just for me, y'all. That'll be just for me. You got Daishiki Squad. Damn, Daishiki Squad is like 3 different squads. But okay, we got Daishiki Johnson.
Because of my demeanor, they say he's so hood It's no way he can have these credentials.
Yeah, okay.
But if you notice, no one has ever challenged or been able to successfully refute anything I put forth. For example, Brother Bobby, before me, Black parents didn't know that the learning disability was an opinion, not a fact. Before me, they didn't know that ADHD was a psychiatric drug corporation scheme. Before me, they didn't know special education was a parent decision, not the school. You understand? Before me, Black parents did not understand public education or special education or psychiatric medication the way they do now. There's no psychologist in American history who has impacted the way Black people deal with the schools more than Dr. Umar Johnson.
Okay, so let's rewind this tape, all right? So this nigga,
God damn.
oh, no, I got him, bro. Like it's done. I'm about to shut him down. So what you're saying is that nobody would have known about these things that are happening to us, right? In these schools, right? All right. The last time I checked, everybody is still getting vaccinated to go into these goddamn schools. Check. You never stopped that. It's never like a Umar Johnson bill that came through Philadelphia first, that spread across the country to stop these people from vaccinating Americans across the country. There was not one solution that he presented for this. Because like parents can say whatever and you can be whatever, but then, well, hey, well, I heard this from Dr. Umar Johnson, but you don't have anything to help you to stop that from happening. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Or people being put into certain classes and certain categories and stuff like that or whatever, right? So, but this is the same system that you said that the formal system, right? Because you would be the result of that system that you said that you against. That don't make no sense to me, y'all. That's what I'm talking about, bro. There's so much contradictory shit in this conversation, bro. Makes no sense to me at all. And then once again, blickety black, I'm blacker than black. The dude started saying it, but Bobby. Thanks, bro. It's the most.
Couldn't make this shit up. Couldn't make this.
I can't make it up. That's what they do. Like, is this real? It can't be real. It can't be real, yeah. It's crazy. But this is what we're dealing with. We're dealing with egomaniac that doesn't see those flaws in the mirror. You understand what I'm saying? He really doesn't, and I can tell. I really can. Like, it's even when he hung that phone up that day, right? That never deterred his movement. He never missed a step. He just kept moving. Like a pathological fucking liar, bro. Like, it's just incredible. And as a psychologist, and I'm a psychologist as well, I see that in another person. Like, I'm like, yo, like a psychologist be needing psychologists too. Y'all understand? Absolutely. This is crazy. Go ahead.
Isn't me that Umar looks stupid as hell right now?
You got that struggle water right there.
The hell is struggle water?
Oh, no. It look like it's all bad right now, man. That water hot to the motherfucker. It's hotter than the room. You drink that, you're gonna be thirstier than a motherfucker.
Ooh, all right. I'm trying not to.
Oh my god. I'm just like, why are you there?
I'm fighting saying so many different things about Umar. I think he'll hate me by tomorrow. Yeah.
Hey, I think you put that water there on purpose just to distract us. Like, this guy is calculating, man. Like, I'm serious. I know for a fact. I'm not tripping. He has taken too many L's for this. Like, is this real? Like, come on. Like, it has to be like a black water company or something. Like, it has to be. Like, this is, I know. Okay, so what about this plan, though? Okay, like, there's no plan for the the school thing. So to brag about something that you never accomplished anything, that's, and then now you're moving on to other things before you accomplish something that saved all so-called black children or children in general from being vaccinated by these goddamn schools or being classified in certain things or whatever. Y'all know what I'm saying? So they would have to take meds. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that he wasn't the one that brought awareness to it, because I can't think of too many other people that has done that, you know, prior or even after him. You know what I'm saying? So that's absolutely, that's something that could be commended. All the other stuff, I don't know what you got going on. To bring awareness to those type of things, and then maybe somebody else could take it and run with it and really do something about it. You understand what I'm saying? You know, parents have choices of not to vaccinate their children, but we were like, don't tell us that nobody wasn't already on it. And since you've been in the system or whatever, and then you found it out, y'all follow me? Like, come on, bro. Like, so then you can hustle that too. Y'all follow me? He said, well, shit, I found me a niche. I can make more money doing this right here than working in this school, this system. Can we keep that real? I can go around and be a fucking black power preacher, and niggas is gonna eat that up.
Black power. How you saying that?
Yeah, seriously.
Real. Yeah, that's Umar. He said, I don't have to finish my thing and do a year of doing this.
And listen, man, there's no grown ass man single run around this motherfucker. So I don't know what else to tell y'all. Sorry. Nope. No. Sorry. No.
Shit,
Sorry.
I work 24/7. I'm trying to get a wife right now.
Hey, man. I'm talking about niggas ain't never had that.
But this guy, yeah, he looked like he installed that cheap ass air conditioner shit in the back of his room right there. I'm just saying though, at least he got one.
Man, this nigga's in the trap house, man. He cooking.
What the fuck in the trap house?
He's like, he in the
trap. Like, yeah, I'm still hood. I got a whole bunch of PhDs and shit, but I'm still hood.
Yeah, man, that's not attractive. That's not hot, Umar. Nobody care about your street credibility, man. You look like Bosco out there talking about that type of shit, man. That's just whack. Ain't nobody care about none of that. Nigga asked me, I don't know nothing about none of that, bro. Will not be on no motherfucking television telling on everybody. Like, niggas just be breaking all types of rules, and it's cool. You know what I'm saying? But then when niggas cross the line, everybody's mad. I'm like, you always breaking the rules. Oh, y'all. Now you even got the mob doing it, y'all. Niggas be like in cartel, children. They got shows now. John Gotti, Sammy the Bull got a show now. Like, everybody on the nigga. They made a whole movie. Got Denzel to play the rat of the century, right? And everybody honor that. Right. This nigga Jay-Z, a whole fucking album off of it with 80 platinum. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas is where does the world come to? So, however, I don't even know what to say. This is what we're dealing with, man. We're dealing with the fruitiest shit ever, man. Like, how everything is. I call it bizarro world. Like, really, honestly, you know what I'm saying? It's like we like living in Earth 7 or something. Like, it's 718 or something. Like, we like in an alternative world. Like, and we ain't in the right one. This shit crazy. Where the wrong shit is celebrated. You know what I'm saying? So when we talk about these guys right here, honestly, a lot of them, they're just eating each other up. They're exposing each other. You know what I'm saying? This guy exposed this guy. The next guy exposed the next guy. You know what I'm saying? This guy exposed Tariq. Y'all remember? But I'm like, yo, why didn't you say that in the first movie? You didn't say it until y'all got into it after like the third or fourth movie. I was just like, yo, that's weird. Like, you should have said something in the first movie. Like, yo, you should have said something during the first movie. Like, yo, bro, what's going on with all these people? Like, why don't you have any of our people working behind these cameras? What's going on? Nobody's asking like actual questions. How many people have you employed since day one? That'd be the question.
Yeah,
that has to be a question.
that is.
Like, how many businesses have you guys? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't. How many people have you empowered? So, like I said, they have the wrong paradigm. They have the wrong plan how to take from the people, as opposed to leveraging the numbers and the people that they have every night, every day. You know what I'm saying? Against these companies and stuff. You understand what I'm saying? So they haven't figured that out yet. And they may never get to that point because they're so bliggity black. But there's also so many bliggity black so-called companies, right? So niggas don't think outside the box, man. They only think about the abuse cycle. Just okay, well, somebody took something and we're just gonna keep that abuse cycle going. You know what I'm saying? Like the entertainment business, the record companies and stuff like that. It's the same type of conversation, what we're looking at. They have the same mentalities, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to who to be taken from, you know what I'm saying? They don't believe in Robin Hood. Type of mentality. You know what I mean? Yeah, man.
All right.
Chief Longbow in the building.
That's right.
Leonard in the building.
Leonard's going in.
Christopher Stanback in the building. Good evening, knocker.
Got a keg and water. Leonard going in.
Yeah, that's a fact, bro.
Yeah, he got keg and water with a $30 air conditioner and a trophy he bought at a yard sale. Yeah, very odd. That's probably why the water hot. Remember how you were saying the water was hot? So Umar got a lot of explaining to do too, man. He has a lot of explaining to do. Like you go to Tulsa, Oklahoma for what, man? What happened to all that money with the school? Didn't he get almost $1 million? And then said, hold on, y'all. I need $4.7 million. Y'all won't believe this. They told me I need at least 3 more to 4 more million. So we got to get that 4.7 million. It was almost like the money he already got. Oh, that didn't matter. He's starting all over again. What happens
if people ask for these monies and then it just don't come up to fruition, even after they get the said money that they said they wanted? Like, what is it? Not like do the people supposed to automatically get it back, or they just it's cool, like just keep it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man. It's an interesting dynamic, man. It really is. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm still trying to figure this thing out, y'all. Like, I'm still, like, even though I've been on YouTube a while, I hadn't been inside YouTube maybe like what? That's like less than a year. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So I wasn't, it's like, wow, this was happening. You know what I mean? At first, I was just like I don't know nothing about, you know what I mean? Like, none of the business aspect of it or whatever, but it's big business, y'all. Seriously. So I don't know what these guys got going on, but shit. Taino Aborigine in the building. Ocio, Omega in the building. Ocio, Queen Divine Love. Peace Empress. Mr. Aboriginal Smith. Peace to the guys, man. Adam Brooks. Thanks for coming out, man. We got EJ Coppertone in the building. Ocio, Macadam 1. Peace to the guys, man. Probably GX, she's not on this individual talk. Yeah, we're gonna get on it though. We're gonna get on it, sis. Don't trip. Blue Feather, Melanated Empress in the building. Peace. American Indian Council in the building. Peace to the guy, man. What's up, Mac? Yeah, we're going in on these foods tonight, bro. Hey, Gretchen Helm, peace to the Empress. We got Black Indian immigrants in the building. Peace to the guy, man. Copper Soldier. Salute Soldier. He said, don't get Hillcrest. K. Dot Aborigine in the building. Give me on the show. Get me on the show so I can drop this PhD science. No problem, K. Dot. I'm the channel okay, you got some Omex on here a week ago. All right, K. Dot. I'm about to subscribe to K. Dot. Oh no, I was already subscribed, K. Dot. I like them Omegas you got right there. Stay guy. We were here before 1492 trailer. Okay, all right. You got the Kunta Kinte Deception. Okay, I've seen that before too. Dr. Martin Luther King, American Negro, Excited on Land. You already know we did that one. United States Exposed. Blacks have no origin. Okay. I see you, man. All right. Okay, you got the Minister Louis Farrakhan one talking about the Night Wolf. Okay. All American. You got your boy, All American Ain't Africans. The Slay in the Morning. Or the Sway in the Morning, I think. That's with Waka Flocka. Okay, I see you on there, man. All right, K. Dot. Shout out to K. Dot, man. Brianna Williams in the building. Is it a connection ever? I don't know. Shout out to Nighthawk, man. Shout out to Nighthawk in the building. CO. Atom. Chevy in the building. Shout out to Atom. I think we got everybody. We got the Ancient One. Shout out to the Ancient One in the building. Yeah, man. People love everybody, man. Tuned in, man. Shout out to all the great ones, man. We got Teron Heron in the building. Said Isaiah Harper said, what he doing in the Indian territory better not be spreading them African lies. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a time, man, where they gonna be openly getting rejected. Niggas are trying to hear this same bullshit right there. These youngsters is tuned in, man. They is not listening to the dumb shit, bro. They understand what it is, man. They listening attentively, and they need something that's more tangible than the motherfucker that's lying to them, telling them some dumb shit about going somewhere and eating some dookie pies. Nobody want to do none of that right there. You know what I'm saying? Nobody want to keep getting lied to, man. Nobody want to keep getting so pie in the sky. And yeah, this nigga like pie in the sky. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. So, who else live, man? Let me see who live. I'm about to go to.
Yeah, let's see who the next victim is.
I already know my Cowboys went in tonight. So I ain't gonna even. They should. If they lose, the motherfucking New York Giants rap. Y'all need to go sit y'all ass down somewhere. I would love to own the Cowboys. That'd have been dope. That'd be dope. Let me see what we got up there. I don't think nobody else live.
Yeah, they got scared. Is Sonetter still live?
I don't know. He might be.
I don't think so.
Somebody. Pharaoh said that's live. He said African Americans are to blame for increase of hate crimes on blacks. Let's go see what he got to say, brother. Shout out to my
yeah, he gonna hate me tomorrow. He gonna have to hate me tomorrow.
Nah. Hey, man, me and Pharaoh, like I said, man, there's a lot of lost tapes out there.
I'm cool, bro. Said that other too, but
yeah, we had
them suit.
It was dope. Shout out to Pharaoh. Yeah, it turned out.
They called a nigger. And then I looked across the street, there was a bunch of white boys, and they said, hey, that go a nigger. And I had to get up. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I'm Jesse Owens. So come on, you ain't catching no nigger. But they would have beat the fuck out of me if they would have caught me.
Not me.
But that's the only time I've been called a nigger, when I was 8. Ain't no motherfucker called me no nigger.
in my life. You understand? Believe that. Ain't no motherfucking white nigga call me no nigga. Ever. Straight like that. Straight like that. That includes the police. That is a fact. You know, I tell y'all all the facts. If they beat me up, I'll be like, I went up there and they beat my ass. I tell you, man, the police ain't never touched me. Ever. Ever. Police ain't never called me nothing. They put the cuffs on me and they locked me up like a G. They ain't been calling me no shit or touch me or beat me up. Why? Because my energy was like, I'm fucking you up if you do. I ain't had that energy y'all got. I remember that happened when I was a little kid. I ran away. Now about 2 or 3 years go by. I'm bigger now. I'm like 12. And I go up to the store to get a baseball or something because we playing baseball. And I'm up there by myself and 2 white boys walk up to me. I'm 12. The one, he looked 11. And the brother looked like 14. And the 11-year-old white boy walked up to me and said, what would you do if I spit in your face? That's what the little white boy said. And I said, I'll beat your motherfucking ass. Did he spit on me? Did he do anything? Did the brother do anything? No, them bitches left. You understand? When he asked me that, that was just set up right there. He walked away. He was 2 seconds away from getting stolen. You understand? Because he didn't know the fuck he was talking to. Because when I grew up, you was only scared of black people. You understand? When I grew up like a G, that the only motherfucker you feared and respected was black people. You didn't fear no white motherfucker. When I grew up, the only niggas I feared was the older boys in the neighborhood. The older boys in the neighborhood. Was the most scariest niggas in the world. When the police used to pull us over in like 5th or 6th grade, we used to laugh. The police wasn't scary, like Harold Vassell, like Fat Sam, like Peter Rabbit, like niggas from the Lynchman Saracen gangsters. Them niggas was scary. Like that nigga Joker. They was scary. A white motherfucker was a joke. A grown white man couldn't scare me in the 6th grade. I look at him like, your bitch ass out of here. You not scary like niggas. We had the fear of ourselves. Everybody else feared us. Now nobody's scared of you niggas no more. I see these videos, these white people talking a long time. Like, what type of shit is this? Bitch, I go in the store and you're a white lady and you start talking shit. You only getting a couple words off. I'm still on you. I don't give a fuck about you being no lady. Nigga, I beat up kids. Fuck is wrong with you? You talk like a man, you getting stomped out like a man. I don't give a fuck if you ate. Go tell it to Jesus, nigga. You understand? I ain't trying to hear that shit. Y'all sit up there, black people soft as shit. And the main reason everybody fuck with y'all, and the main reason everybody think we some punks, because we always going against each other. When anybody see you fighting your own people, this is the real reason. It's not because, see, you're not, the reason you're not standing up against white people is because all your energy is against black motherfuckers. That's why. You ain't got no, by the time you get to them, you ain't got no energy. You're a black man, you too busy on the internet. Typing whole ass shit to me, not knowing that I'll slap your whole fucking lips off your fucking face. You understand? And it's between us. It ain't nobody else motherfucking business. Everybody wasn't in our business. Everybody all
Yeah, it's freezing up too much. I don't know what's going on with this. And I got full bars.
Your boy Sarnetta just went back live too.
in our business now.
Huh?
We all on the internet.
Hey family, let me restart my laptop. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Do your thing, man. Yeah, man. Peace to everybody, man. Hope y'all enjoying it like we are. I mean, when we listen to the elder, Pharaoh said that, right? Like I was saying earlier, we've had a couple sit downs. And you know, he you know, like we talked hours before both sit downs, like on the phone. You know, people people tend to once the lights, cameras, and action come on, I didn't know nothing about that either. I thought people are the same people that they are when they be on the phone. I had to learn those lessons too, because it's entertainment, yeah. So we got to understand that aspect of it as well. Yeah, the black white thing or whatever. Some stuff he was saying, like I said, it's some conversations that need to be had in what he was saying, no doubt. I'm not saying he was completely wrong in what he was saying at all. I think that we do focus on each other way too much as the enemy. We can't build anything. He's from Chicago. If anybody don't know that, he lives in Chicago, so he sees the wars up close and personal, and he reports on those as well. I forgot the name of the series or whatever he does, but it kind of highlights those things or whatever, and he talks about that. I think there needs to be some real tangible solutions that need to be had in Chicago. And I think, instead of shunning people like Jim Brown them that went to Chicago, like Jim Brown works for American Eye. So he was a hero of ours in the streets or whatever, working with to reform certain things or whatever. So we got to talk about that. So if Trump is a part of he's a friends with Bob Kraft. Bob Kraft sits on a board that's talking about prison reform. So we got to talk about these type of things. You know what I'm saying? And don't be so emotional of color, black, white. That shit's weak, bro. Like that shows your consciousness, a lack of consciousness, So these are the things that we're talking about. These are the things that we're changing. Just the perception of how we moving, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And we listening to clowns sitting around talking about something that mad at Candace Owens, like dispute some of the information she was saying, dispute some of the stuff. Whatever, we get caught up in the whole Democratic propaganda as well, and I think it's time out for us to stop being used by the Democrats and start using these motherfuckers for our advantage. You understand what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about that aspect of it. I'm supposed to be back in a second. Fix the technical difficulties we have. Hold on a second. Yeah, man, it's real interesting though, man. You talk about just perspectives, man. It goes back to perspectives, man. And we always gotta respect everybody's perspective, and it's something that we can get out of all perspectives too. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, but once again though, he believes in the black thing as well, and so people don't understand. We having murders in our streets. That's an American thing. You know what I'm saying? We having injustices. Those are civil rights that have been violated. American civil rights are being violated, yo. You know what I'm saying? I think we gotta start looking at it like that, as opposed to looking at it like, them against us. That's not working for us. That whole conversation is played out to me. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you don't know who the them is, like for real, because you guys are confusing. Especially when you back people who work for them. You know what I mean? Like I just think that's weird, and especially when it gets pointed out. It seems like that would be the death penalty for some of these people's careers, but it seems like it's not. Like it seems like they just keep growing and growing, and it just goes back to a lot of the things that we say. Sometimes people get their minds made up. You know what I mean? So that's what it is, and they have the right to do that. This is America. You absolutely have the right to follow whoever you like, support whoever you like to support. So that's the beauty about America. You don't have to follow suit. So, these are things we're talking about. Yeah, man, peace to the tribe, man. Hope y'all enjoying the show tonight, man. It's pretty interesting to see how these people think, man. Because I definitely don't tune in to a lot of these channels at all. But I know they exist, and it's newsworthy. Peace to all the great ones tuned in, man. We definitely appreciate it, man. Tuned into the greatest of all time. We're breaking this whole unconscious community down, man. We trolling tonight, y'all. But I think it's needed sometimes, y'all. Just to kind of check these guys' perspectives out, man, and see what's going on. Shout out to Pharaoh said that, man. Like I said, if I had to bring him over, man, do a video with the brother, man, it'd be pretty dope. See what he is now, this aboriginal thing, because he's not completely sold on it, man. So we had to bring him on home, man. A lot of times I think, to see if anybody has done any research on their own personal family. You know what I mean? So a lot of times we let the concepts take us away from our family. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm a Rasta, I'm a Muslim, I'm these, I'm that, or whatever. And those become your identity as opposed to your family lineage. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, a lot of these Christians, they consider themselves Christians before anything else. So I think that has to be, examined, or a Muslim or Hebrew Israelite. That's their identity. Okay? So these are the things that we're talking about when it comes to just this identity crisis that we have as a people. We definitely have identity crisis, and as you see, the unconscious community pushes the blickety black paradigm. Which every time we've been saying this for a minute, that when you have a black paradigm, you have a more dominant white paradigm, right? And Tariq Nasheed likes to be dominated. So does Polight. Okay, so when you say black, you have you have a dominant you have a dominating type of you want to be dominated, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So and I think that's definitely unbecoming for a man. Go ahead, Lotus.
All right, I'm back, family. I'll have to get everything back online. Who's live right now? Who need it? Who gonna get it?
Sonetta.
I don't see Sonetta being live. What channel? What channel is Sonetta live on?
I think it's Sonetta Studio. Yeah, man. I think a cooking show would be dope.
Yeah, only thing he got is what he went live with earlier.
Well, he probably just replaying that then. Don't put it up on the screen. Unless you want to start from the beginning. Unless somebody else live, I don't know who's live. I'm just going to start from the beginning of that. So people can kind of see what's happening. Or go to the Tommy Sotomayer with Meeche GX. That'd be a good one.
All right. Why they do him like that, man? Why they do him like that, bro? This is getting too dirty, man.
What happened?
You about to see. Yeah, they damn Meeche X, man. I wouldn't want to be her enemy.
My enemy of my enemy is my friend. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As Meeche X, I'm like, she ain't got nothing to do with this with Tommy. But you know, Tommy and you know, Tariq got their old friends who turned enemies. You know what I'm talking about? Sure. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know how y'all get down. But
Look how she got him. Moist. Stop it. She did him dirty.
I mean, those are pictures he put out, though.
I can only imagine. I hope he did something. Shit. It's, man, that's all bad right there.
I can't see it. You gotta blow that up.
No, I can't. No, you don't want to see that anyway. You don't want to see that. All right, man, let's rock it. Yeah, let's see what's going on here. What's going on here? Tommy Sotomayer, Meeche X. What was y'all talking about? Look, these sound conspicuous already.
That's good. And that should be working as well, and it is. So what's going on, ladies and gentlemen?
All right, hold on, y'all. Let me kill my echo.
I'm Tommy Sotomayor, and I'm happy that you guys are here with me. So check this out. I got Meeche X with me, and I'm glad that she's here to be able to talk to you guys. What we're going to do is find out more about what happened. As you know, she made a statement about Tariq Nasheed's event that he's trying to have next year here in Atlanta. And I already told that nigga he can't come to my city. But he gonna test my gangster. He gonna test my gangster. I already told him he can't come down here his own. But he's coming down here with what he's calling a conference. I don't exactly know what it is that he's going to be doing. He didn't exactly tell it. But he said he's going to have a conference. And he needs $200,000 in order to be able to hold the conference. Meeche saw it. Had something to say about it. He heard about that. He had something to respond. I was in the middle of it. Not in the middle of it, but I was brought into it, which I didn't even understand why he brought me into it. Weird. So I gave my thoughts on it. So now the young lady's here to be able to tell you guys what happened. So Meeche, what's going on?
I'm good. I'm good. What's going on? Why I said something?
No, I want to know how you're doing. We want to know how you're doing. I try to have a proper etiquette when you start off. Before you get ready to pounce on them.
Well, I'm good. I'm tired, but I'm good. Getting ready to go to Houston, which is the last season of the tour that we're on. Leaving out on Thursday. So I'm stuff done. Making time to do this live because my channel probably won't see me live for the rest of the week.
Well, thank you for taking time off of me. I want to offer you a phrase: echinacea. Vitamin C, rest. It sounds like the travel has gotten to you. It sounds like you're catching a little cold. Don't want it to get too bad.
Yeah, I can't get well. I keep going to different climates. I come right back home, and then as soon as I get well, it's time to go somewhere else. So I love what we're doing and all the progress we've made, and so I'm looking forward to Houston very much. But I am very much looking forward to having a break.
Well, yes, and hotel living will get to you. So you got to make sure you watch out for all of that, because sleeping in them people, no matter how high end the hotel is, they still don't give a fuck when you're sleeping in bed that 99 niggas done got the dick sucked in. Like it's a bunch of dick sucking going on in that bed that you lay down in. So be careful.
You're right about that. You need to bring some lights out spray.
Right. I did the whole black light one time at a hotel. I said, I'd never do that shit again. I won't do that. I won't go to a sausage factory. I don't want to know how to make hot dogs.
Some things we don't need to know.
Right. And I'll never walk in on a bitch prepping for when she get ready to go out. I saw that one time too. Saw a chick with the boy, women go through a bunch of crap. I said, oh, hell no. I don't ever want to see this shit again. I seen it put a stocking underneath the hat that she was putting on, plucking her eyebrow. I said, what the shit? I walked out of that traumatized. Got back from the date that night. She said, you want some pussy? I said, no, nope.
That's too much. I'm glad I'm at that stage where I wake up, I brush my teeth, I wash my face, and I go. I mean, to be going out, maybe I'll put on a dress, some jeans and a hoodie, and I'll take them flip flops off. But other than that, I'm not doing all of that.
You say you'll do what?
I say I'll put on a dress and take off these jeans and this hoodie and them flip flops. But that's about it. I don't go through all them changes. I look the same whenever you.
I want you to do me a favor next time you go out. If I take you out, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to.
Look. I ain't putting on no weed with that dress. Look.
That's what we need you to do. Is that so hard?
Why you had me bumping this going down the road listening to your show earlier? I had to turn that up. Right?
I was like, is that so hard? I'm not asking for money. I'm not asking for money. All right, let's get it.
Put on no damn weave. You lying. Maybe the dress. Maybe the dress. You know you don't want to put on that weave.
Right. All right, here we go. Let's get into it. You made a video about Tariq Nasheed and his conference. What made you jump into that?
Let me say that what I do, I'm very passionate about what I do. I'm upset about the conditions of our people in this country. And so when I saw what he was doing, I first had an issue and I didn't really say anything. I kind of said something on the video, but I just said something and let it go. But I had a problem with the way that he did Hidden Colors 5, not necessarily the documentary. I know some people that I've met that kind of gave, and they kind of also felt too like they had a problem with giving and then still paying for it. But I didn't really say too much about that because, that was his thing. But when he put up that he had a conference going on, which I guess we can get into that as the show goes on, which to me was really more of a co-opting of a movement that's already here. And we watch white people do that to our movements all the time. The Me Too movement got co-opted and turned into something it wasn't and what it wasn't about. We watch these things happen all the time. Black Lives Matter got co-opted. It's not about what it started off to be. It became something else because somebody came in and changed it, right? So I feel like he's co-opting a movement that's already there. And then when I saw the price, to me, it was just another way to pimp the people. And I'm really tired of watching Black people. See, there's this really big dollar and pimping Black people's oppression. So if you can give them a image of, I have a solution, I have an answer, or we can do something that's gonna get us free, most Black people don't really understand what we're facing in this country to the depths and the levels that it is. And so that surface stuff very much draws the condition Black people in, right? And they give to it thinking that this is gonna make us free. When what I see is a hustler and somebody who was playing a game and was actually capitalizing on Black people by playing this activism role. Now, I would say I heard what you said earlier, and I don't have a problem with Tariq being a businessman. What I have a problem with is when you are doing business ventures, but you act like you're doing activism. The two are very different. And so you don't get to use this activism. Let's have this conference so we can get free, right? So we can decide what we're going to do politically when there's actually a group doing that who just threw a conference that had thousands of people at it that he talks about every day. But yet and still, instead of working with these people, he wants to go and do his own thing, give it another name, when it's really the same thing. And my problem was, I noticed that you put up those packages earlier. Those packages were not there. He put up a website. He had $200,000 being collected, and there was also a ticket price, and it was $50 at the time. So not only was he collecting money, he was selling $50 tickets. And so I don't care. People keep saying, well, if he wants to throw a really great conference, this is my thing. Then throw a conference as a businessman. But you do not throw a conference and act as though you're getting ready to be an activist and take Black people to the next level so that we can get reparations. Like, I don't need you to play that game with us, because if that is the truth, you're wasting people's $200,000. There is so much more that could be implemented in that. And of course, people gonna give it if they want to give it. But from Meeche's perspective, I am here to give my people the understanding of how it is that in 400 years, we have not made it to where we need to be. And this is part of the reason why. Because as much as we go through, we also have these activists or so-called activists that come forward, and they're not in it to free the people. They're just playing on the people. And they will stay paid and they will live in their cushy beds and die, and we'll still be in the same fucking position we're in. So I don't appreciate him hustling people and acting like you finna do something for us. You ain't doing shit for us. Stick in your lane. Make documentaries, bro.
What do you say to people who say, well, they do that already with churches. So we have to go out to churches first because they are offering something that they can't actually give you, which is a heaven or hell.
I do. I agree with that too. I do go after the churches. I tell Black people that we spend $54 billion a year in tithes and offerings, but we sit and talk about the economical state of Black people in this country. So my question is, if you can give the pastor $54 billion for false hope to sometimes feed the community, to have a little rec center or something like that, what could you do with your dollars to build up your communities if you actually put it into seeing some actual change? And so I would say the same thing I say about Tariq about the churches. And if people watch me, they actually know that I say that all the time.
Okay, now I got to ask you this question then. You said, you know, that they're paying for hope in the church and things like that, and false hope is what you said. We spend billions of dollars on something else false in the Black community. I think that should be attacked as well. Why is it that we are okay with the people bringing false hair to the Black people, which is actually creating a detriment? Because if you look at Hidden Colors, I don't think it's creating a detriment to Black people or make them feel worse about themselves. But Weave actually does that to them, to the point of where their children now want it at younger and younger ages, and the women don't even feel close to good on it. Why is this like? Because it's been my thing. Why is that something people haven't jumped on if we need to stop Tariq from getting donations?
We don't need to stop Tariq from getting donations. What Tariq needs to not do is wrap his donations up in I am a solution to us getting free and I'm an activist. He's a businessman and he should just be honest about that, right? But as far as the weave thing, I speak about that too. I break down what we spend on holidays. I break down what we spend on Jordans. I break down what we spend on Hennessy. Because Black people are 80% of all Hennessy sales. So I try to show Black people where all their money is going. So you can't talk to me about why we haven't built schools, why we haven't built up our communities. How do we talk about gentrification when white people come in and buy these $500 houses and lots that have been there for 20 years and we keep passing them by, but they're in our community? And so for me, I address all of that. And yes, weave is a billion dollar industry. And I say that all the time, you know, that if we're such broke people, why do Asians drop their nail salons and their hair salons right in the middle of our community if we're the brokest people in this country? That shows you that's not true. And so we do spend far too much money on those things. And I agree with you. I address those same issues. Anywhere where Black people are wasting money and we talk about how we need to build things that take money to build, I remind them, Black people have the money to free themselves. We do have what we need to put ourselves in a better position. I don't want Black people to go find more money. I want us to learn to reallocate the money we are already spending. So you're not going to get an argument from me there, Tommy.
All right, good deal. All right, let's go. He had some harsh things to say about you. How do you address the first thing? Well, I guess we can run down some of what he's saying and address them, and then I'll see how it goes. I'm looking on here, and somebody in the audience said this. They said Tariq Nasheed, and that's what I'm looking up now. I'm trying to find it because I don't know if he actually called himself an activist or not, but I do know that they say activist when they're talking about him. If he's never called himself an activist, do you think that would change your mind?
No, because I don't go around calling myself an activist either. But for you to say that I am going to throw a conference for Black people, only foundational Black Americans, to come together so that we can find a political stance, so that we can find a way to get free in this country, you're saying you're doing activist work. So this is what he's saying.
Oh, he got me blocked on Instagram and Twitter, I guess, which is odd because I don't mess with him.
You know, I find it really funny how all of these men tend to get mad at a little woman like me, and they'll block a man like you, but they don't know how to block me. They don't come at me in that same manner, right? They'll talk all the shit in the world, but they block you because they ain't trying to have no more beef.
Right? Because I didn't know what I didn't know what I did to him. I don't remember sitting up there arguing. I don't fuck with him on his page. I don't go bother him.
But I'm not blocked. I'm not blocked.
that's strange. I'm sitting up here and saying you are blocked. And I'm bottom on Instagram. I don't go to his Instagram. So anyway, so I was going to go look and see if it said anything about an activist. Right here it says Foundational Black American, FBA, world's #1 race baiter. I bait racists and expose them. Let me ask you before I get into that. How do you feel about his, let me see if it's still down, his Kickstarter suspended?
It is. It is. So, and let me say something about that too. I'm sure that somehow he'll equate that to me and that I'm this agent and see how noticed how my shit got taken down after Leechy X said something. But let me say this too. When I went over to his comments on Instagram, I'm not the only one that feels this way. There was a bunch of people in his comment section saying to him, why do you need this much money? People were saying to him, his own followers, nicely, Tariq, why do you feel the need to have a conference for this when, ADOS just did that? Why wouldn't you support them? And he was talking shit to everybody. Like instead of just answering the questions, and I feel that when you're asking for money from the community, you do owe him an explanation.
Yep.
And so he wasn't giving one, right? He was talking all kind of shit to his people. So let me just make it clear is that Meeche's not the only one that has these arguments that I'm stating. There are a lot of people that feel this way. So hence what I'm getting at is why his fun thing is down. Meeche didn't go report his shit. I didn't tell my people to report his shit. I don't have time for that kind of pettiness. Like if people want to give him this money, y'all go right ahead. My job is to make y'all aware of the conditioning and the things that we continue to do that don't get us free. And to me, following Tariq into this bullshit is one of those things that we continue to do. But I didn't pull that shit down. I'm telling you the reason it's down is because there are a lot of Black people that feel this way. There are a lot of followers of his that have shown up recently that said, I don't follow him no more because I agree with you. Long time ago, I figured this nigga was a hustler and we tired of him hustling us. So, I mean, I'm not the only one that feels this way. That's why his shit is not up no more.
Well, I said that too. I said, God, I hate that echo. I said that it's crazy that he's looking at it as only you feel that way. It's not just you. It's several people. You can still hear me, right?
I can't hear you, Tommy.
Crap. Hold on.
Your microphone is out. I can't hear you.
I had to click something called disable digiting. You can hear me now, though, right?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. Hopefully. Okay. It's a little bit better. But what I said was, I said the same thing in my review. I said, well, it's not just you who feels that way because there were several other people who made a video about it. What do you think made it to where he wanted to respond to you and not them?
Oh, I'm glad you asked that question because even though I was yelling and I was cussing in my critique of him, I did give him credit where I thought he had credit. I'm like, he made some great documentaries. I think that even in my conference, I said, we talk about solutions. I give them some simple ones. And one of the things I tell them, I'll be like, shit, get together with your family and your kids, get you some pizza and watch goddamn Hidden Colors. Why don't you just start there if you don't know nothing and then carry it from there? So I don't have an issue with his documentaries that he made or anything like that. But my understanding is that Tariq said, I used to like her until she made this video. So I think what it is that Tariq actually knew who I was. Tariq actually watches me. Not that I'm saying he's a fan, but he knows who Meeche is. He knew who I was because he did say I liked her until she made this video. So my question is if he liked me before I made the video, then why not give me credit for the shit that you liked me for? Now all of a sudden everything that I've ever done is bullshit, but you seem to like me before I called you on your shit, which is funny because that's a human thing, right? As human beings, we always love somebody who a truth teller and put somebody in their place until it's your turn to get put in your place. So I think that he said something to me because I think that I hit a nerve with him. I think that I pulled out some valid points. And as people were coming at him, I think that he thought that I was probably a big cause of it. And so he felt the need to have to respond. I want to
say something. Oh God! Oh wow! I don't know what that was. I want to say to you one thing. When I listened to what he said, I just want to make a slight correction. He didn't say he liked you. He said he had heard of you, but he never really listened to you, and that you weren't really his cup of tea.
Oh, but he never really listened to me. So
yes.
How am I his cup of tea?
Right. That's what he said. He said that's how. So I give him that.
If I'm not your cup of tea, but you don't listen to me. How would you know? You've never sipped from this cup, stupid.
Well, I think what he said was the way that you were speaking, it would turn him off. It's just like when some people tell me, well, I don't know much about Tommy, but I heard him cussing and it turned me off. So they didn't hear what I said.
I'm gonna tell you this too. Let me tell you with all of this. This is one thing too. When you come into this field with all of these men, I guess I'm not supposed to be able to be me because Tariq cusses plenty. Tariq talks all kind of shit about Black people.
So do I do.
So because he's a man, he can do that shit, but I can't. Man, fuck you, Tariq. If you watching, my nigga.
We have a double standard, yes, and I'm one of those who subscribe to the double standard. But so much. I grew up with a Southern grandma who cussed, but was like, you don't do certain things in area, or like, you like to suck dick, you don't get on Instagram and say I like sucking dick. Like it's just a difference. But I feel you. We're in a different age. Why do you think he kept referring to you as some old hoe when he's older?
Because that's when people are don't have a valid response to what you said, to where they can just debate what you're saying. And I'm sure you run into this a lot. Then people just go at trying to say something about you. So I guess he thinks they're calling me an old hoe because I'm 40, and I guess I'm supposed to be a hoe. I did hear him say one clip of a video that was sent to me that you know, she might have been fine when she was younger. I believe she was, but looking at her eyes, I'm sure she did some things for some change, implying like I sold my ass and shit. You know, and apparently I'm on Section 8. But I'm not bothered by those things. The funny thing is that for people who watch me, people know that that's not watching me married for 12 years, and I used to be a pastor. People also know that you know, Meeche doesn't live on Section 8. And so, like I'm saying, he just says dumb shit. It reminds me, first of all, of a girl. So let me just say this. I've always felt this way, but I've held my tongue. Tariq is a feminine ass girl. He smacks his lips when he talks all the time. He's always licking his lips like a girl. He's very feminine to me. And all of this back and forth, like that's what girl, all of this. But let me just say whatever I can say about you to try and hurt your feelings. But I may be in his eyes an old hoe. But the fact that I am old, you know what comes along with being old? I don't give a fuck about people saying shit about me that ain't true.
Well, it should. And especially if you're going to enter into this arena, ladies and gentlemen, we are live with Miss Meeche X. Make sure you follow her on YouTube. You can see it at MECHEE and the letter X. Okay, I want to let him and you and everyone else just hear a couple of things so we can get, I guess, an understanding of what was going on, or address it directly of some of the things that he said, because, well, he had a lot to say. Some of them may have been valid, and most of it was just stupid. Now, that's just me being honest. Well, let's hear some of what Tariq Nasheed had to say, and you guys get to listen for those of you who may not know what we're talking about, and we'll go from there.
Okay. Make 20 videos about it because you are giving them the shine that they want. But this is a piece of shit.
Okay, we'll start with that. He said, giving you the shine that you want. Were you going after him knowing that he's Tariq and you will get eyes upon you saying it?
No, I go after nobody because of who they are, and your audience can take it as arrogance. But I'm pretty confident in who I am and where I'm going. Meeche doesn't need to ride the back of anybody. That's not even what I'm here to do. Meeche will gain her momentum on her own rights because I stand in who I am. I don't ever make a video about anybody trying to get any clout. I don't do that shit. It's stupid to me.
I'm sorry. I just saw something and I'm really hurt.
What?
One of his hashtags is tangible. But
that's
done.
what I'm saying. He's not giving anything tangible. That's why I had to go in on this.
No, I'm mad because they know that's what man.
You don't know that? You don't
that
know
nigga just all he does is steal.
His hashtag has been tangible 2020. Let him tell it. That's what I'm saying. He steal everybody's shit. I didn't know you said that. His hashtag has been tangibles 2020 for the longest.
Damn! What in the hell is going on here? Tariq Nasheed. Got jokes. Man, I just had to pause. I had to give her a break. Yee. Oh, bad Tariq. What's going on?
I mean, she definitely has a valid, point about what she was saying. It makes no sense to me. Y'all know what I'm saying? What would you get out of this conflict? What's the economic upside to it? So it's just interesting, But my whole thing is though, like once again though, as men, we can't be on the internet calling us some old hoes and they're still turning around talking about we fucking for the people. That can't happen. But like I said, dealing with Tommy Sotomayer or whatever, it's kind of a mixed signal right there from Meeche, but it's cool. I get it. I absolutely get it. She looks at it like she's into a field with men that's dominated by men, stuff like that or whatever. I don't know about that. I don't know about that concept. I don't know about how she's looking at it. Just as a whole. Kind of goes towards intent. You know what I mean? So I don't know. But she said that he's starting the foundational Black Americans. What does this mean? What does that mean to you? What does foundational Black Americans mean to you, bro? You'll notice. You'll notice might be confirmation. Yeah, man. Like I said, man, I don't know. I'm getting bored, but it's just interesting. It really is. You'll notice. But yeah, man.
Hold on.
Shout out to everybody, man.
You sound real low.
Me?
Yeah. Thought I was tripping.
Who else went live tonight?
Let's see.
What's the name?
Brother D44 talking about some Bible stuff.
Yeah, I passed.
Yeah, I can't do it.
That's for sure. I think right. I don't know if that's still live.
Pharaoh said that's still on. It won't be all skipping and messing up. He was saying some grimy stuff, man. He be saying stuff like, man, I ain't supposed to be hearing that.
Why y'all supposed to hear
that? Like, shit. I'm just playing, fam. Let's see what you're talking about right now.
Right.
Hate crimes.
He white wolf. I respect white people the way they do their shit. Fuck you if you don't understand it. They on some G shit. They know how to do their shit. It's all for one and one for all, and fuck everybody else. They don't get along. The Croatians don't like the Italians don't like the Polish don't like the German, they don't like the Irish, but they'll get together and niggas gonna be mad at me because I don't want to trash black Christians in front of white people, because I don't want to trash the Obamas in front of white people. I ain't really into that. I'm into stirring up black people to motivate themselves. That's it. If I can't see where it can motivate you, that's it.
I wonder why that won't play.
True American patriot, and with his military.
What? It's not working.
Military service, he was willing to sacrifice his life for our country. And when he came back home to Detroit,
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Appreciate it. What we got going on? Yo.
Everything that I know has made me strong. I'm a goal. I am God. I was told, as above, so below.
That she Lotus singing?
You funny as hell. Nah, that's that carbonation bullshit. I'm trying to think who else is on the list.
Excuse me? That's on my list. What'd you say?
I'm trying to remember who everybody is on the list. Let me see.
Yeah, we want to get everybody that was on the list. We even got a couple extra people. Farrell said that. I'm trying to think. We ain't gonna forget y'all. Y'all deserve it. Suck.
Oh, let's. I guess we could watch a little bit of Polight.
I guess.
I don't know that might be too much.
Yeah, y'all gotta hit it open in August. It's just crazy. But once again though, I gotta cipherman, right? So there's a group of people who capitalize off of fear from the Christian side of it. The fear is the hellfire. You know what I'm saying? Right? That's the fear. You fear no matter what the evidence show, right? That's from the devil. And you do not want to go to the hellfire. So at the end of the day, your imagination has been colonized by outside entities. That's one good thing I do like about the psychological paradigm of Buddhism. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not religion. You could be anything and still practice Buddhism, right? And it just kind of more brings it back into you. You know what I'm saying? They have the Eastern philosophy is different when it comes to a deity. You know what I'm saying? That's why you can see close-knit more families, right? Because they deify each other. So it's a different concept. Even though they have the Buddha and all these other things or whatever, yeah, we had the same type of connection here with the Buddhism, whatever. Ain't nothing new in America. You know what I'm saying? And so we had the same. We were connected to our deity. You know what I'm saying? We can go look at the mountains. There you go, right there. We can see the carvings and stuff, and you know, remember and stuff. So that's what we got. You know what I'm saying? And that's the land that we're standing on. So all these conversations we've heard tonight, right? We still haven't heard anybody say anything about getting power. You understand what I'm saying? We see confusion, we see distractions, we see dumb shit. We keep hearing submissiveness. You niggas are submitting, you know what I'm saying, to y'all guys. And I just think it's interesting. So yeah, the black-white paradigm is not working for you, Black Power Rangers, man. Shit is not working at all. Please stop it.
Sure isn't. Umar Johnson took like $1 million from everybody, but he got a $25 air conditioner. Shit don't add up. I mean, I know I'm being petty. I can't help it.
Yeah, you being petty.
You know what I'm saying? I'd be lucky to have one. But if I mean, damn.
Lad was on the Godcast today. It was the second time had him and Godfrey was on there, so that was interesting. So him, Godfrey, and Jamar was the first time they were all on camera together. So it was interesting. And you know, they were asking some interesting questions, so we can get into that too. Yeah, it just gets interesting, yeah. When we talk about this culture that we say we in or whatever, and who we cancel, and you know, from your perspective, stuff like that. Like Candace Owens a part of the culture, Kanye is a part of the culture. You know, I don't know. You know, like we all have to have a democratic viewpoint, and I just think that's weirdo shit. That's not free thinking. You know what I mean? So we get budgets, and the only thing that we can produce is gangster drug dealer movies and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or some soap operas or some shit. Like, our imaginations just don't go that far, I guess. You know what I'm saying? And then we turn around and make our own version of slave movies. And I just think that's crazy. And it doesn't matter if it's blue or black. It's still a fucking slave movie. The bounty hunters are still chasing. Yeah, it gets complicated. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna get you coming and going. So you gotta understand it and dodge the goddamn hijack. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Con Drop, man. Shout out to Tariq Mayo. If y'all ain't catch that earlier, man, the origin of the name America, where it comes from, you know what I'm saying? He did a great job breaking that down, part 1 and 2, and you know that. So go check that out. Yeah, man. That's what we got going on, y'all. It's crazy. She's crazy.
Yeah, we're definitely not playing this video. I was just being funny.
Ain't nothing else going on in the community but the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we call it the unconscious community. And yeah, that shit crazy. I mean, I don't say that's possible, yeah.
Yeah, we got Roland Martin on some stupid nonsense as usual.
What are you talking about?
Congressman John whatever. I don't know. Keep in mind the family. I'm probably about to call it a night soon. Trying to find what else. Oh yeah, man, and our brother. Hold on. Yeah, I'm going to do everything that's been live. Brother Sanchez went in on Eddie Murphy earlier. That's our brother, so we're not gonna tear him down. It will be funny though.
I didn't even click on that either. I seen that shit like I'm not interested actually.
Master P doing this thing.
I wonder why they don't hold him accountable. You know what I'm saying, for stuff. Because he's a comedian. You know what I'm saying? So he got super money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Super money. So think about it. If one of his ex-wives got super money. You know what I'm saying? So what he got? Like she made Michael Strahan money look like, you know what I mean? Like, come on. Okay. I better do your math, man. It ain't adding up. Hey, a special Navarre said 2020 census coming. Who in here working the streets to make sure some are classified correctly? Commerce hiring census personnel. I think that's interesting. I think that's definitely a way to do it. Get paid to do it. You probably can't do it. That's probably against the, you know. But they definitely gonna be sending census workers into the community. So yeah, why not get that little money and get out there and do that and spread the message to the people who they are. I don't see why not. Once again though, I have a whole way of just a different concept. You know, when we talk about the 2020 census, when we talk about we shouldn't be getting counted in the first place. So that's the whole thing that they're violating when it comes to the Geneva Convention. So, I mean, the UNDRIP, the ADRIP, all the treaties that they're violating every day, you know, so they're violating by counting us. So, you know, that would just be my only critique of that, whatever. But like I said, I'm extreme. So, you know what I mean? So I wouldn't, yeah, go, why not? So absolutely, go get those jobs. And do whatever, you know what I'm saying? We robbing the bank. You know what I mean? We hitting it at every angle, fighting this thing at every angle. So yeah, pencil it in or whatever. Yeah, I think that'd be dope. Having our people on the inside. Yeah. So shout out to the bars. There's a vid for your chief. What's that vid, Leonard? In the chat. What do you got there?
Like what?
Leonard got a video in the chat room.
Just someone sent the video in the chat room.
Yeah, it's in the chat room.
All right, hold on.
Yeah, man. A lot of shit going on, yeah. Like I said, man, we got to take it to the next level. He said, white woman attacked black officer. Yeah, that's crazy. See, like the white woman attacks black officer. Yeah, that's not. You would have just been like, woman attacks officer, right? That would you'd already know who it was. You know what I mean? Like just, oh, that's. There you go. You already know. Seriously. He was just like what um uh, what's his name? Lord Jamar was talking about with the dude with the sword that was chasing the police. They didn't even pull their guns out. You know what I mean? So they was risking their lives. Nigga, you would have just looked like you had a butter knife, nigga. They was tearing you down. Like, you know what I mean? They're gonna knock your ass down. And you seen what they did to the brother up there in Chicago, the McDonald brother. What they did to him. They did that broad in front of everybody. You know what I'm saying? Kept shooting him while he was on the ground. Like, what part of the game is this? So, motherfucker with a sword chasing them, and they run and do everything else to diffuse that situation. So it just goes back to quality of life. You know what I mean? The people like buy into the whole Darwin concepts and the different social norms and things that they've been pushing for a long time, chasing them. And they run and do everything else to diffuse that situation. So it just goes back to quality of life. You know what I mean? So when you see the Harriet Tubman movie, right?
All right, Granny, how you doing?
I'm fine. How are you today?
I'm doing good.
Here we go. Here go the video that was sent in the chat. You ready?
Real quick though, right? When you see the Harriet Tubman movie, right? So you gotta understand the same way it's making you feel low and all the signals and all the things that you see that we see, right? Imagine how they're seeing it. You understand what I'm saying? How everybody else looks at it. You know what I'm saying? How would an Asian look at it? How would an Arab look at these movies? You know what I'm saying? So when they go into the theater, they're saying it. When they're saying certain things or whatever, even our reaction to these certain depictions is entertaining to these people. So y'all gotta understand that too. So a lot of people that supporting these people are actually not really supporting these people. If y'all understand my point, I'm talking. So we gotta understand that too. Somebody's really pushing some solutions. Would not be entertaining to people that don't want to see solutions pushed. You know what I'm saying? So they definitely not gonna entertain that. So yeah, man, let's get into this. I think this is a 96. At the time, she was 96. She's telling her story. I think it's very interesting. So let's go.
Can you, I've always known you as Granny. Can you say your full name and how to spell it as well, please?
My full name is Christine Garner.
Christine.
That's the way I spell it.
Garner.
Right.
And Granny, do you remember who you start with your grandparents? Is that who you remember first? You know who they were and their names?
My grandparents was my mother's grandparents was the name Bud Gibson. My father's name. Oh, you want the father's name?
Yes, please.
My father's name was Turner Murphy.
Okay, those are your parents, or that was your grandparents?
No, this is my father.
Okay.
My father's name was Turner Murphy.
Turner Murphy.
Murphy, M-O-F-E-T-T. Murphy.
M-O-F-E-T-T. Murphy, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then your mom's name was?
My mother's name, you want the whole Her name was Essie Moffitt.
Esther Murphy.
Essie, M-O-F-E-T-T, the way I spell it.
Okay. And where were you born?
I was born in Ringo, Louisiana.
Ringo, Louisiana. And is that near New Orleans?
It's quite a way from New Orleans.
Okay, and do you know where your parents were born?
Beg pardon?
Do you know where your parents were born?
They were born in Ringo, Louisiana.
What did they do for a living?
Oh, they worked on a farm. They raised cotton, corn, peas, potatoes, all things like that. What we had to eat, we mostly had to raise it.
Do you remember living on the farm?
Well, sure, I remember living on the farm.
Do you remember your grandparents?
Yes, I remember my grandfather. I don't remember my grandmother.
Do you remember his name?
William Gibson.
William Gibson. And what did he do?
He's a farmer too on a plantation.
So do they own their own?
He owned his own plantation, his own place he lived on, and that's where he did his work from, like planting different things for to have to survive.
And how come you don't remember your grandmother?
My grandmother passed before I was born.
Before you were born.
Mm-hmm.
What do you remember about your grandfather?
I just remember him being a hardworking man, raising his family and make sure that, everything went well on the plantation.
And he raised the same thing, peas and...
Oh, peas, corns, and potatoes. Cotton. Mm-hmm. Peas. Everything mostly we ate, we raised it.
Was there any livestock as well, or was it just things that you grew?
Beg pardon?
Was there any livestock? Was there any cows as well?
Oh, yeah, he owned cows and horses. He owned all of that. He had his own cows and horses. Mm-hmm.
And then he passed that down to your parents?
Beg pardon?
He passed that down to your parents, the farm?
Oh, yeah, after he passed, well, when my grandfather passed, my mother and her sisters and brothers, they carried on, until everybody started going different directions. From down there, start from going like I did when I left from there, going to different places, and they all go to the same place, but went to different places.
And your grandfather, that was from your mom's side?
That's right.
Okay, and then so what are some memories you remember? What's your earliest recollection growing up on the farm?
What do I first remember on the farm? Is that what you're asking?
What's the first thing you remember growing up as a kid?
Oh, I should remember my family and things. They were working, and my mother and father was working and raising different things for us to have to survive.
How were times back then? Did everyone have farms? Was everyone flourishing?
No, not everyone had farms around there, but most of them did.
And if you were a farmer, were they pretty well off, or was it more middle class? Like people that own their own farms, did that mean that they were
My
rich?
grandfather owned his own plantation, his own land. He owned it there.
So was that considered rich back then?
Oh, well, not was considered rich, but it's still well off. Well, you didn't have to go to the white man and because that's who owned everything in them place, because I come from the South, you see. But my grandfather bought his own land, and his children worked at that land and raised different things on that land. That's the way to survive.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So when you were around there, so you said that's a few things you remember. What's like I would say one thing that you remembered as a kid growing up on the farm? Did you ride the horses? Did you farm? Did you work help out with the land as well?
Well, I did some work in the field, but I never was a person that my mother only had me and I just did it like I wanted to. I'd go in the field and work sometimes, but we only pick cotton and do whatever was necessary because of what time of year it was, because they do the planting around April, and they harvest it around in the fall of the year, like cotton and corn and whatever we raised there. Yeah, then I would go out there and do it, but I never was compelled to do no hard work on it when I was on the farm.
Do you know what did you guys sell it? Was it sold to the cotton and other?
Oh yeah, when it was raised, you raise your cotton and pick the cotton in the fall of the year, like September. That's when the harvest would come up with the harvest thing back in them days. And you would pick cotton and take it. They had a gin mill. You would take it and have it, or take it there, and you could sell it and get paid for it.
What about the horses? Did you know how to ride a horse?
Well, sure, I know how to ride a horse and a mule too.
A mule too? People can ride mules?
Well, sure, I did. Sure, my dad had one.
Did you go fast on a horse when you rode it?
Beg your pardon?
Did you go fast on the
Oh
horse?
no, I didn't go fast when I was riding it, but I did ride. They wouldn't. I wouldn't let them leave. Go on a trot. We call them trotting that time, just going along, not going real fast, just trotting along. That's what we call it in update, but not real fast, but not too slow either.
How old were you when you first rode a horse or a mule?
Oh, I was about 5.
5 years old.
Yeah, my mother and father were raised. I remember things when I was 4 and 5, when I was 5 and 6 years old.
What are some other things that you remember when you were 5 and 6 years old?
Oh, I remember going to the field with my dad and mother and them. When they would leave me at home in the bed, and they'd get up and go to the field. And when I got 6 years old, I'd get up and go over in the field where they were.
Wow. And did you go to school in Ringo as well?
Yeah, sure, I went to school there.
What was the name of your elementary school you went to?
William Chapel.
And what back then was everyone mixed together?
What you mean by that?
Like, where was it? White?
Oh
black,
no,
Mexican?
white and black didn't mix in them days. And the facts about it, when I came up, my father had his own plantation. We was way away from town. No white was even right around us.
Oh, there was no white people around.
Not right around here, because he owned a lot of the property where we would come up on.
Wow.
He had a big plantation.
How did you know how your grandfather was able to own all the big plantation?
No, I don't know how he owned it. When I got old enough, he already had it. I didn't ask him how he come by it, but I know he had to buy it. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm not going to go into that because I don't know how he came by it, but I know he had it.
So how many people lived on the plantation?
Oh, well, it was a big family. My mother had about 6 or 7 of us with her brothers and sisters.
Okay, so there were 6 and 7 brothers and sisters you had.
I don't have any.
Or you don't have any?
I don't have sisters and brothers.
You're only child.
I'm a mother and father only child.
But you had a lot of uncles and aunts.
Yeah, she had sisters. She had quite a few sisters and brothers.
And they all lived on the plantation as well?
Oh, yeah, they lived on the plantation. He had that who worked his land. He's probably his own children.
Okay, so can you help on a plantation? Is it one house? Is it 2 houses? How does that work?
Oh, yeah, there's more than one house. We had Uncle Blanche, SG's. There was 4 houses on the plantation.
4 houses. And it was divided by each family? Each brother and sister had their own house?
Yeah. Some of them Uncle SG, but Uncle SG, after he got grown, he had his wife and his family. He had one of the houses. My Uncle Blanche, he had a wife and a daughter. They had a house, and then my grandfather, he had a house. My mother and father, they had their place.
Do you remember how your mom and dad met?
No, I don't know that. I don't know how they met because they were married, and then they had me after they were married. I don't know when they met.
Now, you were talking about that there was not a lot of white people around you where you live. How big was the Ringo or the area that you lived in? How many people were around the town? Was it?
No, it wasn't a town. We was out in the country. It was a country. Country wasn't a town.
Oh, there was no town.
No, it wasn't. No, we wouldn't have been having the places, but what the crops and the things not in town. We was out in the country.
And how many people were in the country? You said about 30?
How many is it? Oh, well on his plantation. You talking about on his plantation around where I live?
Yes, right where you live.
Oh, boy, I can't tell you a lot of people where I came from and lived. They had their own. Most of them had owned their own land anyway. But it wasn't none of my father and mother's places. They had their own places.
And the owners of those plantations were black as well?
Beg pardon?
They were black or white owners?
What owner?
Yeah, the ones around the other, because your grandfather owned that one, but the surrounding plantations.
Oh, there's another family owned their own land, outside of my grandfather's plantation. There's a couple more people had. Maybe there was Uncle Chesmore and Uncle James Adams, and all them had their own plantation. They had their own land. They owned their own property.
And how close were you? Because you said when you went to school, it was segregated. You didn't. When was the first time you saw it?
It didn't have to be segregated because it wasn't anything back there where we were but us. We would all go to school. There wasn't no white living back there where I were.
Oh, there was no white people at all.
Oh, not right down, not right around us there. They were some a distance, but not right there where we were.
So the elementary school you went to, how many kids were in your class? Would you say?
How many what?
How many children were in your class? Like kindergarten and elementary?
Oh, me in my class. I don't know. I don't even remember how many of us there were, but there's quite a few of us.
And they were all just from the surrounding area.
Oh yeah, everybody lived there. We had different schools there. Just the school we went to, but they had another school about 2 or 3 miles away, and the kids on that lived down that way went to that school. And the people who lived near the plantation where my father lived, that's the school we went to.
And the teachers were they white at the schools?
No, they was out. They was black. They was my race of people.
And as far as let's go from elementary to middle school. Was it the same middle school as the elementary school you went to? The middle school and high school, was it the same school when growing up?
No, we didn't have a high school. We down there where we live, we didn't have a high school. When you finished the 7th grade, you had to go to Shreveport, Louisiana to a larger town. That's where you had to finish up your school in there.
And so is that where you went?
That was in a city. I wasn't in no city. I was raised in the country place. Okay. But when they graduated from the school, what was down there where we were, we had to go to Shreveport, Minden or somewhere where a larger school was, and they were teaching higher grades.
Right. Let's go back to your parents. How was your father and mother? Did they have a temper? Were they happy all the time?
Oh, well, nobody happy all the time. They had their ups and downs just like everybody else, but yet still they were nice people.
Did you ever get spankings growing up?
Very few. Because I always afraid of whoopings. I didn't like whoopings. I tried to do what was right where I wouldn't get into trouble. Okay.
And so can you remember what's a funny story maybe that happened? Like a couple stories when growing up with your parents? Was there anything?
Did I do what?
Like a couple stories that stand out in your mind. Because you said you remember a lot when you were a child. You remember like a certain story that happened? Anything that you can recollect, any type of story about you and your parents, maybe your mom. I don't know. Like for me, I can remember putting my hand on the stove and burning it because my mom told me, "Don't do it, but go ahead and do it," since I wouldn't listen. Was there anything like that where you can remember?
No, I always afraid of whooping. I was a pretty good child. I didn't do too much to get in too much trouble.
So once you got to middle school, did you go to Shreveport or?
No, after I finished my schooling, I didn't go to. I was gonna be going to the 8th grade, and when I got to the 8th grade, before I got to the 8th grade, I was married. I didn't go.
Now, when is your birthday? When's coming up, right?
My birthday is May the 21st. I was born in 1919, May the 21st.
May 21st, 1919.
Right.
So that means you'll be 97 this year?
I believe to see May the 21st, which a couple more months, I would be 97 years old.
What do you want for your birthday?
Beg your pardon?
What do you want for your birthday?
I don't have anything I'm wishing for my birthday. I've had everything anybody could wish for a birthday, and now I am very happy. If I live to see it, fine. If I don't live to see it, I'm like looking for a home on high.
Now, like, let's go back to middle school. So you said when you got to 7th grade, you have to go to Shreveport. Did you go to Shreveport for school?
No, I didn't go to school in Shreveport. I stopped school down there.
No, but you said that once you got to a 7th grade.
When you finished the 8th grade, you're going into the 8th grade. That was how they were gonna teach down there. So they went. You would go to Shreveport, and they had a CC high school there. That was the name of it on Peabody.
And is that where you went?
No, I didn't go. That's how I went in school.
Oh, that's the highest you went.
That's how I went.
So after you did that, what did you do after 8th grade?
After I did 8th grade, I got married.
How old were you when you got married?
I'm gonna be 18 on my next birthday.
You were 18 when you got married.
I was gonna be 18 on my next birthday, which is gonna be May the 21st.
Okay, let's talk about your husband. Can you tell me his name?
What?
Your husband, what his name?
My husband's name?
Yes.
Edmund Garner.
Edmund Garner. And how did you guys meet?
We met at school. We went to school together and the church together, and it was a community people. We didn't live too far apart.
Was he your same age as well?
Beg your pardon?
Was he your same age?
No.
How old was he when you got married?
He's 7 years older than I were.
Okay, and then what did he live on a farm as well?
Yes, he lived on a farm. His own people had their own places.
So when you were 18 and you got married, were you excited? Were you happy? What were your thoughts?
Oh yeah, I was happy. Sure, I was very happy.
And so when you got married, did you go live with him on his farm?
My mother had her own place and everything, and his mother had their own place, so we had a place to go.
Okay, and then but from middle school to high school to 18, there was like 4 years in between. What did you do in between those 4 years?
What question have you said?
Because you said the education went up to 8th grade, and after that you got married when you were 18. But 8th grade is 14. So in between middle school and the time you got married, what did you do in between there? There's 4 years in between. Do you remember doing anything?
Ask her after she stopped going to school.
Yeah, after you stopped going to school, before you got married, what did you do?
When I stopped going to school, I got married the next year. For time for me to go back to school from the country to Shreveport, where I was gonna go into high school. Where they're gonna have a high school there.
Okay, so it was just a year difference. It wasn't that much time that went by. And then when you guys when you married Mr. Edmund Garner, and you guys he had his farm. When did you have your first child?
Oh, it was by the time we got married, it was about 3 years.
3 years. And how much longer were you in Louisiana before you came to Los Angeles?
I came from Los Angeles in 1947. I arrived at the Union Station downtown on the 14th day of December, 1947.
And why did you and your husband decide to come to Los Angeles?
My husband was in service. He and my mother was already here working. And I had a lot of more people here working. People left from down there coming here to find jobs and was here working. And my husband got discharged from over there on Tunnel Island, San Pedro.
Wait, you said your mom moved out to Los Angeles too?
Hmm?
Your mom moved out here, you said?
Oh, my mother's here before I was.
Oh, and what about your father?
My father and mother wasn't together. They separated before I got grown. They separated.
Oh, they got separated.
Mm-hmm.
Did they remarry?
Each one of them remarried.
And then, so who lived on the farm while they got remarried? Because it was your mom's.
My father didn't never like the country too well. After they separated, he moved to town his own self and got a job there and worked.
How old were they when you went?
I don't remember how old they was. They not old how old they were.
No, I mean, how old were you? I'm sorry. When they
How old
separated?
was I when?
When they separated.
Oh, my mother and father separated when I was 6 years old when they separated.
Oh, so you were really young.
Oh yeah, they separated and I was real young.
And then when your mom remarried, how old were you when she remarried?
When my mom remarried, I don't know. I don't got her year that age. My mother got married at, but I was grown.
Are you
She wasn't gonna marry and put nobody over me. I was grown. I married first.
Oh wow! So your mom was single from the time you were 6 until you were grown.
Well, sure, she wasn't gonna put no man over me. She wasn't gonna marry nobody. That's while I was growing up.
Well, now I'm a little confused on the. So when you were 6 and your dad and they separated, was it you and your mom that lived on the plantation?
Yeah, we lived on my grandfather's plantation.
I see. Okay. And then what did you said your mom moved out here for jobs. What happened to that plantation? What happened to your grandfather's plantation?
What happened to it?
Yeah, because you said your mom moved out here looking for work.
Oh, my mother came out here, you know. So what did you ask me now again? What did you ask me about? What did my mother do? What?
Yeah, well, she moved out here, but what happened to the plantation?
My mother married again after her and my father separated. Mm-hmm.
What happened? Do you know what happened to your grandfather's plantation? Is it still there?
Oh, yeah, it's still down there.
And did your family still own it?
No, yes, some parts of it.
Oh, some parts of your family still own it.
They still down there, some of them.
Have you? When was the last time you were there?
Last time I was at home?
Yes.
Well, yeah, we went to the family reunion at the time.
I think 2001.
2001. Wow. Is it the same as when you were growing up?
Oh yeah, everything is the same. A lot of places, a lot of people I moved away from there, but yeah, it's still the same.
And then growing up, what was your interaction with? Was it just the two races? Was it just black and white down there? I know where you were at, it was mainly black, but the surrounding areas, there were some white people.
Oh yeah.
And how was the relations between white people and black people over there?
Well, it wasn't bad. It wasn't too bad. Everybody knows where they should know. Everybody understood, how to get along with people. I'll leave it like that. Nobody bothered anybody. Everybody minded their own business.
So you didn't see any racism growing up from white people?
Oh, there was lots of that going on.
But nothing around you.
Oh no, nothing around me. Cause see, I didn't have to live around them. Cause my father had his own. My grandfather had his own plantation for us to live, raise whatever we had to raise. We didn't have to work on them. That's why I said that. Cause some people had to work on their places, but my grandfather had his own place. We didn't have to do that.
Did you feel different when you were around them growing up?
No, I didn't feel any different around them. Cause I didn't live right up on the end of them. Right. I didn't have to deal with them.
Do you know if any of your family members have to deal with that?
Oh well, not really. Cause like I said, my grandparents, my grandfather had his own plantation. We didn't have to work up on them like some of the people did. We didn't have to work. But we was our own bosses coming up working in the way we had to work. We did it. He did it. He gave us the orders what would need to be done. My mother and my uncles and thing. He gave them the orders what to do on the plantation. They know, and they were raised there. They know just what it takes, what time to plant, and they know everything. They know how to take care of the crops what they were raising. So he didn't have no problem.
Now let me ask you a question. When your parents separated when you were 6, do you remember that when they separated?
Just like yesterday.
Were you sad? Like, what were your emotions going through your head?
Oh well, I tell you, in them days it didn't matter to me. I was young; it didn't make me no difference. I as much as I remember now, I wasn't sad over it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Cause for a long time before my daddy left and went to Shreveport, I could see him regularly anyway, and And so I don't remember being real sad about it. As long as I was with my mother, I was happy.
And you saw your dad a lot as well, you said?
Oh yeah, it wasn't no. I could see him anytime. He didn't ever. He was always gonna come around. He didn't just because they separated. He was gonna see that I was okay.
Did your dad have any more kids?
Had one son.
One son. So you had a half brother.
Mm-hmm.
You remember your half brother at all? He'd be
Oh
younger.
yes, I remember him.
Is he still?
No, he's gone. He passed away a few years ago.
Did you guys stay close in touch with each other?
Oh yeah, we was good. We loved each other. Sure, with brother and sister love.
And your mom, I know. So you were already grown when she married. She didn't have any more children.
No, my mother did. I'm my mother's only child.
Okay, and let's go back to your mom moving out here. You said there were more jobs out here, but she didn't want to live on the plantation anymore.
No, everybody wanted to go somewhere where they could make more money and enjoy life better.
Okay, and then do you know what she did when she came out here for work?
No, she worked in the shipyard down there. I don't know what she was doing. Maybe she told me then, but I don't remember it now.
You know what year she came to Los Angeles?
I don't know. I got here in 1947. She was here a couple years before I came. So.
And did you have any? How many children did you have when you moved out here?
I have two, just like I have right now. Them two girls. What you see here.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then, did you work when you came out here? Because your husband was discharged from the was it Army?
Just Navy.
The Navy, and then he came out here, and then what did he do for work?
When he came out here, he did construction work for a while, and then he started working for the city.
And did you work as well, or you just stayed at home?
Oh yeah, I did a lot of work, but I did housework, private homework.
Where did you said you first came here on the train station at Union Station?
Right.
You remember that? What that was like, the experience?
Well, sure, I do. It was, kind of excited. Had never been to California before.
Was it a lot different from Ringo, Louisiana?
Oh, sure, it was a lot different because this was a big city. That was a small town.
Do you remember the thoughts you had as far as before you moved out here? Were you excited? Were you nervous? Were you scared?
No, I wasn't sad. What? No, I wasn't. I wasn't sad. I wasn't nervous when I came here.
You were just ready to make a change.
You
were ready to make a change?
Yeah, my mother was already here, and I had other family members already here. I was happy. I wouldn't have left home if I hadn't, wanted to come to California.
Now, where did you first live when you moved here in 1947?
1691 West Jefferson, right between Normandy and Western.
Is that a house or apartment?
It was a house.
And how long did you live there for?
I lived there 2 years.
How was the neighborhood when you moved there? Like, what was the
nice neighborhood?
What kind of was it? Predominantly, was it mixed races? Was it white?
No, not right here on West Jefferson at that time. Not right in the house where I was living. No, it was just for us. There wasn't no other race of people in the house there where I was living. Because when I come to California, places were very hard to get, especially if you had children. They didn't want you. But this lady had a place that she could rent out, and she didn't mind me having my two girls.
So all you knew was it was hard for people to get a place back then.
Oh, you mean here in Los Angeles?
Yes.
With children.
Yes.
With children. The people a lot of people didn't take you when you had children.
What were the people like that were around you that lived with you? Were they Jewish, Polish, Italian, Mexican in Jefferson when you got to Jefferson?
Oh, no, it wasn't too many. It was mixed race. It was mixed over there. It was different. It was mixed. Some few people's.
It was black, white, Mexican.
Well, I don't think there was any Mexican. No Mexican right in there at that time.
There wasn't.
No.
So it was just black and white.
Well, there's most right in there where I lived in the same block. It was mostly just us, and our race of people was mostly right in that block where I was. But between Western, there was Hobart come in between there. It was some of the other people lived in that area. There was a store right there by their own net, and Well, there's quite a few of them in there.
And then you stayed there for 2 years. Do you remember those 2 years? Was it hard for your husband to find the work as working in construction, or did he find work right away?
He found it. It was just too long. And after he worked a few years in construction, he started working for the city then.
And then how come you after 2 years you moved to where? After 2 years living on Jefferson.
I moved to 115th Street in Watts.
And that's what city is that? Watts or is that Los Angeles? That city, is it still Los Angeles?
It's Los Angeles.
And why did you move?
Because I was a roommate, I had a house. I could get a house there for me and my children.
Okay, so you guys.
I roomed the time when I went to West Jefferson.
Oh, okay.
Because people were hard to find. Places were hard to find if you had children. But this person would rent to you with children.
Okay. So it was your family plus a woman that lived there.
Beg your pardon?
You said the person that rented. Okay, so you bought a house in Watts on 100.
I didn't tell you that. I didn't buy no house in Watts. I rented a house in Watts. I bought the house here.
And okay, so how long did you live on the house on 101st and Watts?
7.5 years.
7.5 years. And how was that living there? Did you enjoy your time there?
I'm sure I enjoyed myself. I had my own house.
And then you moved here after that?
No, I moved to 76th Place after that and stayed there again. I haven't got this place, and I've been in this place since then.
Okay, so after 101st and Watts, you went where? After the Watts, where did you move?
76th Place, right down from that big school there. What's the name of the time? Oh, she's not there anymore. Okay. But anyways, on 76th Place, I stayed there about 1.5 years, and then this place was available. The guy was gonna get rid of it, and I got this place, and I've been right here ever since.
And so, what year was that when you moved here to this house on 46th? What's the address here?
149 West 47th Street.
And then, you remember what year you were here? Was it 1957?
I moved here on the 12th day of December 1958.
You remember the exact date?
Sure, I remember.
Wow.
Been right here ever since. When this child was talking to you now, she wasn't here when I moved here. She was born since I've been here.
Wow.
So you can see how long I've been here. Prince and all of them wasn't in existence when I moved here.
Now, how was in this neighborhood when you first moved out here?
Oh, it was a beautiful place. This neighborhood was so nice. There's only about 3 or 4 of us in here when I moved up here, in here.
3 or 4 black families?
That's right.
What were the other families?
Now look, I got to go and try to remember all those people's names. They lived up and down these streets.
Do you remember, like, what was the, because you said, was it just white?
No, they was us. It was some of our race of people. Well, I was just that. Those were the people that lived here then.
Okay, but you said there was like Jewish and Italians and.
Well, these Jewish. This house right direct in front of me was Jewish people.
Okay.
And
then there was Italians as well.
Yeah, I guess they were. Like they wasn't any of us.
And so were there gates up in 1958 here? Were there iron fences and how was the neighborhood? Was the street, was this paved?
Yes, it paved.
Were there fences up like there's like a lot of these gates?
This didn't have no fence at all around it when I moved here.
No fence.
No fence.
What about there's gates on the windows now? All around the neighborhood it's like that. You know how they have the gates on front of the windows so people can't get in?
You mean you mean bars on the windows? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, bars.
Well, no, they wasn't. You didn't see no bars in them days. Well, yeah. You didn't see no bars around windows in them days, hardly ever. When I moved in here, there wasn't no bars. You didn't see bars. Not only here, no, you didn't see a bars like you do now.
So how was the crime back then?
The what?
Crime.
Oh, it wasn't as bad as it is now.
What was it? But what was it just?
I don't know. I can't tell you exactly where it was, but it's worse now than it was then. I can tell you that much.
So were there
I mean, I hear about more of it now than I did at that time.
right? So there weren't really gangs or graffiti.
Oh, well, I ain't gonna say it wasn't any, but it wasn't like it is now.
When do you think that started to change from 1950 after 1950?
I'm not gonna try and say because I see a lot of changes made, but I don't remember what years and all it was made. But the worst one I remember say after I got here was the rock. The rock was here. That's the worst one after I moved here. The worst one that I had seen yet.
The Rodney King riot.
Yes.
Was that close by to here?
Beg pardon?
Was that close by the riots?
Well, they come going down our nice places down here on Broadway at that time.
Wow. I didn't know it was that close to where you lived.
Well, I got to stand right on the porch and look at the flame, the flame bunny going up in flame.
What did you think about that at the time?
Well, I know it was bad, and ain't nothing else I could think about. It was just such a bad thing to happen to a city.
All right, that was 1992. But did that as the neighborhood started changing? Did you see it, or did it just feel like it happened like all at once when the neighborhood changed?
No, everything just changed, or it won't gradually change.
And when things gradually change, does it feel? I don't know what that feels like. To me, it feels like it's not as impactful as if something changed right away. Like, when did you see? Because now the neighborhood is predominantly Mexican and Black. Correct? Is that correct?
Uh-huh.
When did the Jewish family move out and other races move out?
What you say about that?
When did the other races start moving out?
I don't know. I didn't keep up with the time. I just know, different times people move, sold, put it up for sale, or sold, or moved up, things like that. But that's about it.
So the riots were kind of right around your birthday. Is that about right?
Yeah, I think. Well, as I know when they were. It was in July, I think, when that riot was. July? I don't know. I don't remember. Huh?
No, she said the worst ones were the Rodney King ones. There were more riots. Oh, there were 65. There's riots too.
Yeah. I think it was in 1955 when the riot was. I'm not sure. Thank you, sir.
What are the names of your children?
Beg your pardon?
The names of your children.
What you say about the children?
The names of your daughters.
Oh, my Essie Riley, and Desi Tyson. Those were my two girls.
And then you have grandchildren too.
Yes, I have grandchildren now. You know that.
Yeah, I know, but other people may not know that.
You know what? I'm gonna soon bring this to a close, okay?
All right, how many grandchildren and great grandchildren do you have? You know how many grandchildren and great grandchildren you have?
Well, sure, I know how many grandchildren I have.
How many is that?
How many grandchildren I have? I have 5.
All right, as we bring this to a close, let's just talk about like some of your thoughts. You're gonna see again 97 in May. What are some thoughts that come across your head? Because a lot of people don't make it to 80 or 70 or 60. Or there's a NFL player died yesterday. He was 23 years old.
Who died?
Baltimore Ravens cornerback.
Oh.
He got in a motorcycle accident.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't make it to be 97, much less a little bit younger than that. What are your thoughts on on life overall? Like, as you look back, what are some things that you would tell people that maybe you didn't know before that you know now, or just some advice?
All I have to tell anybody, trust in the Heavenly Father. Say your prayers. Treat everybody right because you have a right to do that. Don't do nothing to nobody you don't want done to yourself. Trust in the prayer in the Heavenly Father. And if you do that, treat everybody right, trust in Him, you won't have too many problems. I haven't had too many.
How long have you trusted?
Ever since I was 15 years old, I've been on the battlefield. And I'm going to stay on there till He call me home. I'm going to treat everybody right because you have a right to do that. And that's been my motto all the time. I'm not going to do anything to anybody I don't want done to me because everybody have feeling like I have. I'm going to say my prayers. I'm going to treat everybody right. And that's do that until Jesus called me home.
So you're a Christian?
All I really is. Believe in the Heavenly Father. I didn't come this far by myself. He brought me here.
You think if you didn't have the belief that you'd be able to be here right now?
Well, I don't know. I'm not going to say that because it's not in my hands. I'm not the judge of that. I just know what I've been doing and what I'm going to continue to do till He called me home.
Is there anything else you'd like to add for people to know?
Beg your pardon?
Anything else you want to add?
No, not anything else I have to add. No more to you. Always say your prayers. Always look to the Heavenly Father. Don't do nothing to nobody you don't want done to you. Say your prayers every night and look to the Heavenly Father.
Thank you so much.
And you have a beautiful little girl. Be a good father.
Thank you.
Okay. They was walking around at the place. We were riding on different things, and they asked them. They kept walking around.
You gotta tell him who they were. You gotta say Paul. It was Edmund or
Edmund and Doc, and they were my daddy. Wasn't it my daddy? Edmund and Doc, Dick and my dad, and Mr. Zachary. And they was walking around there on the beach, and we was all they would go one direction, the men would, the ladies would go another direction. So we would ride the different things, and we went down there by the merry-go-round. We were standing there, well, we gonna ride on the merry-go-round. They say, oh, we ain't riding on the merry-go-round because this here ain't rough enough for us. We looking for something tough than that. They went on around until they got to that Ferris wheel. They got on that Ferris wheel, and when we got off from the merry-go-round, went round there. When we looked at them, that merry-go-round had them going way up in there, riding. They were holding on like they were so afraid. But when we stood there right there till they come down, when they landed and they stepped off, oh boy, they were so scared. They had. Lord have mercy. They were so scared. They couldn't hardly even talk when they got there. They were so scared. It was so funny because they said they hadn't found anything. They were tough enough for them to ride. But when they go that merry-go-round, it had them. Oh, I'm telling you, we laughed at them that evening. It was so funny. But it wasn't funny. They standing kind of wiping their eyes. That wind up blow the water out of their eyes. They had them up there so high. So that was so funny to us. So they said they hadn't found anything that tough enough for them. But when they got on that merry-go-round, they got back down on the ground. They were glad. I
think it was a Ferris wheel, wasn't it?
Well, but the Ferris wheel, what they on that thing? We went on the merry-go-round.
Are you the roller coaster?
Dude, I think Tanya the roller coaster, honey. That's the thing what take you way around and around. Yeah. That's what they was on. But boy, when they hit the ground, they didn't have nothing to tell us. We ain't find nothing tough enough for us to ride on. When they went on that, they come down in, boy, they didn't have nothing else to say to us about whatever we rode on. It was so funny. We had a big laugh about that one.
Wow, was that the funniest story?
Talking about
Is that the
oh,
funny story that you think that you heard?
No, it's been several.
Yeah.
Several.
oh, that was funny though. You can take your thing down to honey. I ain't gonna let him trick me. I done answered his question. He been telling me that's what he wanted me to do. And I done did it for him now.
Thank you, Granny.
You're welcome. I hope it's what you wanted.
Yeah, right.
Well, there you have it, the elder of the feather house. Oh,
That's crazy.
yeah, family. Yeah, I'm about ready to call it a night though.
Peace and love to everybody for tuning in, man. We definitely appreciate it. Yeah, man, that was definitely a shout out to the elder, man. A lot of Jews in there, man. We have to definitely break that down, man. Yeah, man. So it was definitely a fun-filled night, man. Going through critiquing the unconscious community and what they got going on, man. So shout out to everybody.
That's right.
Everybody.
Yeah, honorable admiration, good brothers and sisters of the feather. Hopefully y'all learned something today that y'all can apply to your life in some way, prosper, or whatever you can do with it, or just a couple of last kicks, giggles, and rib breaking, and all kinds of very interesting things that were shown today. All right, but the family, oh man, we'll be back tomorrow, yeah, like we always do. Peace.